Who's hosting tonight? Jared?
Huh?
Jared hosting?
Yeah.
Oh, Jared, are you sticking? Are you sticking around for the show?
Apparently,
He's hosting.
I just came in on air and I'm like, "Hey guys," and you're like, "All right, you can chat, you can come in." I'm like, "Oh,
Only this half-ass podcast is somebody popped in for 2 minutes, and we're like,
Yeah.
yo, you're
Yeah.
hosting.
you're hosting."
Yeah. You're hosting.
Special guest. Yeah, random guy.
Welcome. You have now tuned in to the Blackout and Shout podcast with your host, Mike Kincaid.
Can I tell you that Baby Yoda just annoys the shit out of me?
That's because you haven't watched The Mandalorian.
Look at Baby Yoda, so huge.
Levy Curry.
Some people do all sorts of crazy stuff, like dinosaur romance novels. Those are really a thing. Taken by the T-Rex. A billionaire dinosaur forced meat, ravaged by the raptors.
I wonder if there's audiobooks of them.
And Jed Vargo. He was always like well known for wearing the Nazi outfit on.
Captain Kangaroo?
Captain Kangaroo.
Didn't he have the...
No. And he did not dress up as a Nazi either. So sit back. Mike, are you... Listen to me. Relax. Say transform and roll out. And enjoy the show.
Yep.
All right, Jared, it's episode 141.
All right, welcome to the Blackout and Shout podcast. To my digital left is Josh Lawrence from the SLV log, and he's laughing like a little girl in his Devastator shirt. How's it going there, Josh?
It's going great, Jared. How are you doing, buddy?
I'm hanging out, man. I'm loving it up in sunny Florida. Gonna be, being a beautiful sunny 80 degrees tomorrow. So, yeah.
Fuck you, it's 40 in Chicago.
But don't worry, in a couple more months, I'll be in Pennsylvania, and this will all be behind me, and I'll be miserable like you guys. So
Yeah, but you'll be coming in at a good time though, because
yeah,
you'll be coming in at a good time.
yeah, like spring, summer, and all that. Yeah, but so I guess to the far left, Mr. Mike Kincaid, how you doing over there, Mike? What are you eating? Wings?
I got some wings, and I got some pizza from a place called Pints and Pies. Me and Vanessa went to Pints and Pies yesterday, and I had some leftovers. I got a Josh, you're probably a pizza snob because you're like out there, in Chicago and all that shit. So, but Pints and Pies got this. I don't know if I can show it to you guys without it.
Swear to fucking God, you show me pineapple on that shit, I'm gonna kick your ass.
No, that right there.
What is that?
Oh, that
right there is
sausage.
It's a cheeseburger pie. So it basically tastes exactly like a cheeseburger, except it's a slice of pizza, and it's awesome.
That's good shit.
I have to get a pen. I need to write this place down.
Pints and Pies. We'll take you there when you go. We'll show you around, son, when you get up here. I'm excited that you're gonna be my neighbor, man.
Yeah, dude, I can't wait. I literally can't. When my wife told me, I was like, I'm at work too, and I'm like, I couldn't really react the way I wanted to react, but I was just like, fucking hey, this is awesome. I was like, perfect. This is great.
You should have did the thing like Willie Mays Hayes when he didn't get cut. He like took his little red tag outside the locker room, and then he like danced around when nobody could see him, and then he went back in.
I did that kind of, but everywhere I go, it's public, so everybody can see me, even the people I work with. So I'm like, fuck. But no, it's because I got home, I was ecstatic. So, and that's why I just started painting every fucking night. I just kept painting. So
I'll use this as a chance to segue our host real quick and guest, Jared Bell, card carrying member of the TAC Bird Gang, and he's in Florida right now, but he's going to be moving up our way. So that's cool. So, other than that, you got anything exciting going on, Jared? Probably not. Probably just all this house stuff and
acting. I mean, it's all starting. Like the wife got a job in Allentown. I'm immediately in like pack up the house mode, finish this project, work on this. So I'm doing a lot of crap in my head. I'm just looking forward to the next couple months, selling the house, moving up there, driving back and forth to Florida.
Moving on up.
Yeah, man. And then getting into a house, starting all over again, working on it, making it ours. I literally just got done my office the way I like it, as you can see, and I get to rip all this shit down. So
I was just going to ask, do you have cases for your drum set?
But yeah, I got to buy some. This set of drums here I got 2 years ago, and I have technically 2 other drum sets and bags out in my garage, so that I gig with and stuff like that. But I need to get some bags, and this stuff can sit for a little while, but I need to start buying boxes and boxing up stuff, and it's just been just like a whirlwind of this whole week. My wife's been driving me nuts, double checking, is this the right thing for us, right decision, right time? I'm like, yeah, of course it is. Like my house is like almost 150% over, like on the price, like what I paid 4 years ago. Like I'm going to make a lot of money just moving up there, and I can spend that, up in Pennsylvania and buy a new truck. That'd be nice, because I need a vehicle. But
change is good.
And change is
good.
And down here we kind of like, not to get too personal, but like, family problems, and we're just ready for a fresh start somewhere else, new change of life. And Mike's up there. I was joking with her, like, at first I was like, hey, if it's just you going up, you can live with Mike and Vanessa while you're working. And she's like, I don't know.
Nobody wants to live with us, man.
Yeah, I was like, don't worry, they have cats. You can play with the cats, But
the things your old lady would probably see.
Yeah, she was just like, "Are you serious? Are you fucking with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, honey." But no, it's just a lot. It's been a lot of shit. Like, I've uprooted myself like 12 times in 6 years in the Air Force, so I'm used to someone telling me we're moving. But with her, this is like the second time in her whole life she had to uproot and go somewhere. So she moved from Pennsylvania to here, and now she's moving back to Pennsylvania. So yeah. So it's just crazy.
Well, good luck.
Man.
Good luck with all that stuff, man. Just
thanks, man.
Keep your eye on the prize, man. When shit gets overwhelming.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. But I'll get through it. I'll keep you guys in the loop as always, and as soon as I'm up there, we'll get together, have some fun. So, all right. So I guess I'm hosting now. Is it back to me?
Nah, Jed's still.
Okay, Jed.
It's funny on my screen because it's the 3 of us on video, and then there's this lonely little smiley face with an eye patch looking at me.
It's the weirdest Brady Bunch ever right now.
I was just waiting to be introduced. That's all.
Oh, to my digital left, right, southeast corner, Jed Vargo. Welcome.
Hello. It's funny.
The guest just welcomed you to your own show.
I know. It's funny. Just
put me in your own show.
Into the show.
You
Like, who
you
the
put
fuck
me
are
in this
these two
position,
guys? They're like, where's Mike and Levy? Who are these guys?
This is what happens when random guy hosts. You get different shit.
You're doing a good job. You're a natural.
Well, I try.
Can you edit video?
You're hired. You're hired.
Yeah, have some audio.
Shit. I can if I have the time, but maybe when I move up there, I can.
I quit.
Jared, you're in.
Yeah. But no, my wife's like, she's thrilled because she's like, you can go to toy conventions now. Mm-hmm. And I didn't even say this to her, and she's like, you can go to toy conventions, and you can maybe get in a band. And I'm like, okay. You don't want me in the house? And she's like, I didn't say that. And I'm like, I'm hearing that. So yeah. So
don't argue. Just roll with it. Just roll with it.
I'm ready. I want to get in a band. I want to do all that shit and just start having fun.
It doesn't sound like she really had to sell you very much. So it's not like you really needed an incentive, right?
Dude,
just like,
she's super
supportive.
We're going
back up. Yeah.
You should see what she lives with, man. There's shelves in this room. There's shelves in the next room over here. There's shelves in our living room.
I remember you saying the story about how when you first met her and you got married and everything, like you're like, oh yeah, I collect stuff, and then you didn't really tell her about your storage unit, and then you unveiled the secret afterward.
Well, that's I told her I collected. Okay, I was like, hey, when we first started dating, I wasn't buying toys. I kind of took a hiatus. I just moved down to Florida, and I'm like, I'm living in my parents' house, so I can't really have anything out. I'm like, hey, I collect Transformers, and she's like, oh, that's nice.
Wait, real quick before you go on. How long between how far into the relationship are you at this point?
Probably a couple weeks, month.
Oh, that's it. Okay, so it's new. Okay, all right.
Like she knew, like when we met online before she got down here, and she was coming down from Pittsburgh, and and we talked on the phone for like a good month. She came down here. I met her like as soon as she moved down here. We went on a first date, and so she knew the Transformer thing and the toys were kind of there. She didn't know what degree it was. She didn't know that it was like a storage container. She just knew, he likes action figures and he likes Transformers, he likes Batman, and then there's the rabbit hole of stuff.
Has a couple of things on his desk at work. Probably.
Yeah.
Yo, Jared, you should have told her that you had a couple few.
Well, I kind of did. I had like one Transformer in my bedroom, like that I was my parents' bedroom, the bedroom I was staying in my parents' house, and I think it was the Toys R Us Masterpiece Rodimus, that crappy Rodimus Prime Hasbro release they put out.
Wait.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry to keep cutting into your story, but you you have a shelf with like 45 Optimus Primes on it, and you're a known Rodimus hater.
Yeah.
And this is the figure that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's a chick magnet.
Okay. I don't know how far back you want to go here. So I happened to be in Toys R Us, right? This is before I met my wife, right? Or first moved down here. I was with my mom. We were walking around, and I walked into the toy aisle just saying, "Oh, what's in here?" And I saw that Rodimus Masterpiece figure, and I'm like, "The fuck is this thing?" So I bought it. I'm like, I'm just gonna buy it. Worst case scenario, I'll sell the thing down the road.
That'd be great if whoever was with you said, "Stay away, lad."
I know. And my mom's looking at me like, "Why are you buying this?" And she knew I like Transform. She knew everything, And I was like, whatever, let's get it.
Let me ask you a question really quick, Jared. When you were buying that Toys R Us Rodimus, did you know of Takara and their MP Rodimus with the trailer and everything? Because I remember that Toys R Us one didn't come with the trailer.
At the time, I didn't. Because I kind of took a hiatus. Like I said, let's see. I started collecting Transformers pretty much in 2001, 2002. But I was collecting like mainline shit that you could get at Walmart, Toys R Us, wherever. And then when MP1 came out, I found it on eBay, and I was like just getting out of high school. But then when I went in the Air Force and my first deployment, I was making, I think, $1,200 to $1,500 a paycheck, and I was blowing it all in toys. So, yeah. So, yeah. Well, hold on. I should back up. I was in Iraq, so I had no reason to use my money, right?
Right.
So this is right around 2007, early 2007, and I got like MP4, MP5, all these pre-orders coming in. Pre-ordered everything, sent it to Florida, and then I started getting into the, oh shit, Takara has a line of these things starting. And then when I got back from deployments, I just lost touch with it because I was working all the time, and I wasn't in a community of collectors. I was the nerd in a room full of, macho guys, essentially, even though I was pretty macho myself, but I was that nerd around all these alphas. So it wasn't until I got out of the military, I came back home, got on Facebook, got in these fucking Transformer groups on Facebook and all these crazy idiots in there. And then I slowly got into the THC. I got into all these other places and met you guys, but
the hardcore enablers.
As I got through these, when I started getting into these groups, next thing you know, I'm learning more and more. But at the same time, I'm already buying the toys. And in 2013 is when I found out about Third Party and Masterpiece. And next thing you know, it was like, the ball was rolling. But I had a pretty good sized collection of G1, all the movie figures, Armada, Cybertron, all that bullshit. And it wasn't until, like I said, 2012, like I moved back home. My entire collection was in a storage unit. I had maybe one or two Transformers with me that I could actually physically touch. It was that Rodimus, and I think I had my G1 Optimus Prime, maybe. I don't think I did, but that was it. That's all I had, like, that I could go like pick up and grab and go, look, I see I have it. But fast forward back to my wife here.
Talking about toys.
Okay, all right. So fuck that. So, so then, 2013 rolls around, and I think I bought one of the Fans Toys figures. I mean, look, the first one I bought. Oh, actually, no, I shouldn't say it was Fans Toys figure. X-Transbots Apollyon. Yeah.
Josh said, fuck that, talk about toys, and Jared listened to him.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I mean, you tell me where you want my story to go. I have stories for days. I can sit here and ramble all day long.
I thought it was funny they start talking about like his wife and everything, and also they start talking about toys.
I want to finish.
Well, she's the enabler. You know?
I was gonna say finish the part where you like when you revealed how much you actually had to, or what happened at that point.
Okay. So now fast forward. Okay, so Josh. So fast forward. It's 2000. I want to say 2015, give or take a couple months, maybe or late 2014, and my wife was my fiance then, but my mom was going through stage 4 esophageal cancer, and my fiance was living with us technically while she had an apartment that was like 5 miles from our house. So I packed up that whole freaking place, got a storage unit right next to mine. It was my storage unit was a 10 by 20. So I got the one right next to it, threw all her crap in there, and then filled that with more toys. Okay. And she had no idea I was doing this. And then eventually when we had to move out, we moved out into my house that I'm in now, maybe sometime after we got married, right before we had our first child. And we unpacked both storage units, brought it to my house, threw everything in the garage. The garage was filled to the brim. Like, you know those like cartoons where they showed the houses full of like, you know, they filled the houses full of like fucking ducks or clowns or, you know, you name it, and the fucking walls are buckling and the roof is buckling. That was my garage.
And that was all toys in there?
Probably 70% of it.
Oh man.
I had personal shit. Okay, I'll that might be a little more liberal. 60% of it maybe was toys, or half.
That's much better.
That's still a lot, man.
But it was a lot. And a lot of those things I've sold since then because I don't have the room for, you know, it plus children, you know. So that was when she realized, like, what the fuck did I get into? And what I did, now this is how she really found out, because I reorganized the boxes. So I sorted everything by toys, by household goods, by knickknacks, fucking Christmas decorations, whatever. And then along my wall, which is now my workbenches, it was all toys. I was like, hey, you see this from here to here? And she goes, yeah, that's all toys. And she's like, no. I'm like, yeah, go open them. And she's like looking at me, and I'm like, yeah, that's an action figure box. These are Batmans. That's Legos. That's fucking
Moon Knight.
Yeah, Moon Knight. Yeah. I will set your house on fire if you mention Moon Knight in my presence again.
Oh my god, it's on right now. It's being recorded. We got Batman versus Moon Knight, Jed. We're going to settle this debate once and for all.
Okay. How many feature films does Moon Knight have?
Oh, he's just getting started.
Supposedly, he's just going to be a guy showing up in movies. He's not going to have his own movie. That's what they say.
Count them.
I'm just saying. But anyway, so that was really like the scope of her seeing.
So she didn't see the whole thing set up. She got the.
She saw. Yeah.
How many boxes did she check? Did she check any of them to see if you were bullshitting her? No, she just
believed me. Wow. She believed me. And then once I started, you know, building shelves in the house, and I would build like a 12-foot shelf, and then it would be full within seconds. And she would look at me and go, how many boxes did you put up there? I was like, 2. And she's like, oh my God. And I'm like, yeah. And it just kept going, you know, and that's why what I'm going to do before I pack up everything here, I'm going to do like a little live video with you guys or on Facebook, whatever. And I'll show you all the shelves I got. Like right out here, I'm pointing. You can't see it, but is my family den room, whatever you want to call it. And that's for all like, there's probably like 100, maybe 60 Optimus Prime figures, and I got the rest of them up here that you already can't see. And then there's nothing but Batman figures. Half of it's Batman, half of it's Optimus Prime. And yeah, so she can't escape it.
Moving a collection is a nightmare to me. If I had to, like if we were looking to move and we were 50-50 right on the fence, the thing that would keep me from moving and push me back to 51-49, staying where I'm at, is thinking about having to move all that shit. That is a nightmare.
I've done it multiple times, so I'm pretty efficient at it now. Like I did it during Irma, when Hurricane Irma came. They were threatening 15-foot storm surge. We were living in a house that's 12 feet tall, so it was like we packed up the whole place. I put everything back in my storage units, and I just hoped that the water didn't get in there. But I've done that. I just literally took shit, threw it in boxes, and threw it over there. But moving wise, yeah, I've done it probably 3 times moving my collection.
I got this vision of Jared, like when they show a flood and then people are on their roofs and shit. It's just Jared on his roof with like these bins.
It's like,
well, yeah,
it's like was it Japan where he swam back for the Gundam collection? Yeah, in the raft.
Yeah.
Was that real? Was that a real story?
No, that was real. Yeah, that was a real story.
I mean, that I could see that. I mean, here's the thing: when I evacuated for Irma, I took with me my sealed Generation 1 Optimus Prime. He's in a acrylic box, he's graded, and I took my sealed.
Ooh, you got a couple sealed ones? Ooh.
Yeah, like, well, here.
What's the grade on it?
Great.
Oh, he said graded.
I know, it's great. It's a great grade.
So somewhere
Fantastic.
back in here, you can kind of see right there. See there?
Oh yeah. I see it.
It's back there, but Mike, I don't have enough slack on this camera.
Yeah.
But he's behind all my primes. He just chills. But I got a sealed G1 Prime, a sealed Megatron, and they're both in acrylic. They're graded. I don't know the grades. Let me see. I can tell you in a second. There's a yakking here.
What's that? What is that grading company? Figures CFA.
AFA.
Yeah, I think it's like on the same line as CGC, like 1 to 10.
So mine's graded at 80, whatever that means in AFA.
That's good.
It's AFA 80, so that's not bad. That's for Prime. But my Megatron, supposedly someone before me who owned it decided to get it like the contents X-rayed or something. So they like cut the tape or something. So Megatron isn't worth nearly as much as my Optimus, which is fine. But I got Megatron with my Prime for a steal, so I just said, "Fuck it, I'll take it." But
cool.
But if shit hit the fan, like I said, like in that situation, I took Prime with me. I took Megatron, and I think I took one other with me, and that was it. And I left everything because I figured shit hit the fan. I need money. I could sell that Optimus Prime. I wouldn't want to, but I could make a couple thousand maybe on it. I don't know, $2,000.
So, I finally got around to cleaning out the front at my parents' house, and sad to say there was no mint sealed Megatron in the front. No, completely emptied out.
So the journey's over there then, Jed, huh?
The journey is over.
Yeah.
Unless it's in the basement, but I doubt it. It would have been in the attic. But I found shit from like the 70s and the 80s, and I found like old like Transformers, like what the hell do you call those, checklists? I guess. You unfold it out with you put a checklist. But nope, nothing else. Just like some old books and stuff.
I was hoping you were going to find that. That would have been a great story.
I found a 100-year-old 4-volume book collection by H.G. Wells, so that's kind of cool, and some other shit.
Here, I put my a picture of my garage when I first moved in. I
found this big stack of guns and ammo magazines from the 80s. If you guys want those. No.
Jesus. That's a lot of bins.
Yeah, so that was like a mixture of everything. Like that was like people just threw shit in my garage, and that's how it was. And then let me take some more. Hold on.
Holy shit.
Downloading all this off of my Google Photos. Just hold on, bitch. Here it goes.
While you're looking for that, did you get the Optimus Prime graded, or did you buy it graded?
I bought it graded.
Okay.
So I didn't seal it in the acrylic. I didn't do any of that. Some guy was just looking to get rid of it. I think I bought it. There's a guy in Florida. I can't remember his name, but I think I got a really good deal. I got both figures for $2,000. So
that's not a bad deal.
Yeah, and that was, I don't know, 5 years ago or something. So,
And you said the Megs, the only thing it was the tape was cracked open, but that was it.
Yeah, I mean everything's in there. So
yeah, that's a pretty good deal. Because like you said, I think the Optimus by himself would get that if it's graded.
Yeah, and and that's what I'm saying. Like, even if like someone's, they find some excuse for it, but I'm probably never going to sell this thing unless it's like,
dire emergency. You're getting buried with that thing, Jared. I know that.
Yeah. So, or my kids sell it because I'm dead, and they manage to pry it out of my cold dead hands. And,
no, it won't happen.
Yeah, like it didn't go into, like I didn't get burned up with it or buried with it, so they got it. So yeah, it's just hold on, I'm extracting these files real quick. Pictures. Sorry, there's silence. But no, I there's like literally like probably 20 Optimus Prime staring at me as I'm talking to you guys. Okay.
That is nuts. That picture of the garage. Holy shit.
I got a couple more I'm going to put in there right now. So hold on. I mean, there's 4 pictures coming in right now. In various stages of now, don't get me wrong, there's some household shit mixed in there. Don't look at me like I'm like that crazy. But and this is all through different time frames, you know what I mean? Like every time I got smaller, I would just snap a picture of it. And then let me see. I got some pictures. Sorry, I know we're supposed to be talking, but okay, here we go. I think you guys seen this one, but let me pull this one down. Betsy. We need file not found. Go smoke it. All right, here it comes. All right, here we go. I don't know where that one went. That's not where it's supposed to be, but I'll put it over here. There you go. And that's what it is now. But that's where I started.
Well, you got a car. You got a car in there now, so it's
you see,
that's at least acceptable.
I made room. I made room for the Camaro eventually because a lot of the Christmas shit went up and all that crap, and I crawl spaces. But yeah, the Camaro. Once I got the Camaro in there, I moved around, and I'm bringing the Camaro to Pennsylvania. So as of right now, I'm not selling it. I'm going to have it. So, I got that thing for like $3,000. It needed very little work. It's a 99. It's a V6 convertible. It has 78,000 miles on it.
Damn, for a late 90s.
Yeah.
It's still a late 90s Camaro, but still,
But it's just a cruising car. It's not. I'm not racing with it. It's point A to point B. I redid the entire interior because some person thought, hey, I'm gonna mount all the window buttons and switches with screws. And that's what I literally pulled out of the car. So I had to replace all the fucking switches. I had to replace everything because some idiot, because the clips came off the inside, ran sheetrock screws in there. So that was great. And the radio I didn't have a radio in it. I redid all that. That was easy. I redid all the speakers, you name it. So the car is completely like restored on the inside, but just some idiots had the car before, and I mean it.
Bonehead uses sheetrock screws on a car.
Yeah, so I replaced everything. I found used pieces, used parts, whatever I could find, light bulbs, you name it, did it all. So
it hurts. So
I tore
much to hear.
The whole interior I ripped out, and redid. So yeah, but it's a good little car. It starts up. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So Jed. Where's Jed?
I'm here. Listening.
How was your week?
It was good, actually. Really busy. I thought I was going to get a lot more stuff done, but been taking some time learning this MLT framework for basically, I don't want to bore you with the technical stuff, but like how we do like editing and stuff in video, and you just drag stuff around, you put it together, and then you kind of export it in whatever editor you plan to use. This is all done like through code. It's through like XML code, so you basically can code a video editing like through a flat file, and then you just render it out. So I want to do that because I'm going to make like 230 or 40 video ads for like TikTok and stuff, and I can't do that by hand, so I got to do it like some programmable way. So I've been like learning language and stuff, so I thought it'd be done by now, but
better you than me, Jed, man. I hated coding, man.
I love coding. That's what I do for a living. So yeah, it's like fun learning a new language. I was gonna originally do it in Python, but then I found this XLT. It's it's called MLT framework, and it's just basically a lot of editors that are free and live, and a couple of other ones. Sure Shot, I think it is. They use that as like the front end, and then they just render it to that. So, but yeah.
Well, don't get me wrong. I mean, coding was fun when it worked, but when it didn't work, it was a nightmare. At least for me, anyways, because it was kind of tough to do. Like
that's
you leave one colon out of place, or one parentheses out of place, and the whole goddamn thing is just blowing up.
Yeah, that's the fun part, because you turn the Sherlock Holmes, you gotta problem solve.
Yeah, I never had good teachers in my coding classes, so I would just learn just enough to get by, but I never could learn it to toy with it, you know?
Yeah, and it's different than learning programming, so it's like a whole different, even though people confuse the two as the same thing all the time.
Yeah, I'm just talking about just basic programming, but yeah, no, I hear you. I'm right there with you.
Because it's fun. It's like you basically you're like, oh, here's my producer file, and it's going to be this file or this video, and then you put it in the multi-track. Like if you had like say like HTML, you'd be like, oh, I put it in between these two it's the same. It's XML, same thing. And you're like, oh, these tracks, now I'm going to make a transition between the two, or here's a filter that you add onto it and stuff. So, but anyway, that's kind of boring. But yeah, I've been working on that all week. I got this nifty new chair, Jared. Put that together. Yeah. Nice. I think I fell asleep in it like 3-4 times already now.
Because of VR. Did you VR finish in VR
dude, that's the best, right? So the front of the chair, listen. The front of the chair has a footrest that pulls out. It pulls out, right? So you prop your legs up, and then you could lean the seat like all the way back, like almost 180 degrees, and then it rocks back on top of it. So you just basically like you're laying there floating, dude.
Right. You should wear a trench coat, a leather trench coat while you're in that.
Ready Player One, just like kind of floating there, it's awesome. But yeah, you kick back and you watch TV, and it just like, because it's got a pillow built in. It has a lower lumbar pillow, and then you can plug a USB cable into it. It has a massage on it. It's awesome.
Oh man,
yeah, it's pretty schnifty. It was a good deal. It's on Newegg. It was like $200.
Can you put wheels on it so I could just then you just make your way around in the chair no matter what you're doing?
Yeah, it has wheels.
It's an indoor-outdoor office chair.
You're talking about like a rascal bottom. Get the rascal bottom with the little joystick.
You can go grocery shopping in it and shit. Just like you'll have a stick, you just like knock shit off the shelf like on your lap while you're in a chair, and you just wheel around while you're getting massaged.
No, you gotta get one of those. You gotta get one of those things with the grabbers that you can reach up and grab stuff off the shelf. That's what you need.
Like an 85-year-old.
Yeah.
The whole time the old lady's just walking next to you.
Like, hey, Junior, reach up there and grab that box of fruit flakes there. Give it to me.
I'll have her push me around. That's what I'll have her do.
I got to save battery. Can you push a little?
It's like, hey, Junior, hand me that plastic toy right there. Bring it to me. Yeah, I want the Spider-Man.
So, Jared, this is the part of the show where we go around and we see what everybody got for the past week or two. So let's start. You go ahead and continue hosting. I just want to kind of lead you a little bit more. So.
Since I found out I was moving, I'm keeping my stash at TCP. I have some shit in there. So like some train bot stuff, miscellaneous releases. I probably should open that up and look at it. But I got some Batman figures from my coworkers. So that was kind of neat for my birthday.
Nice.
So little like nothing crazy, just like, hey, I'm thinking of you, I know you like Batman, here's a fucking Batman figure. So they're in my office. I picked up the 60s Adam West Lego Batmobile. It has a little stand it sits on. It's about 12 inches long. I again, since I'm moving, I can't put any of this shit together, and my wife got me the Lego Batman the Lego Technic the Batman Batmobile, and I already had it. Ooh. So now I'm
Tumbler?
No, the actual car from the new movie.
Oh.
So it's the Batman, like Batman's like muscle car.
Yeah,
but it's Batman. Yeah, but it's with Lego Technic. So like, the gears move, the wheels move, steering wheel, all that stuff.
Was that based off of a Charger or a Challenger?
They haven't really came out and said. It's kind of just like its own design. Like I think they pull pieces from a Charger and a Camaro and maybe a Mustang, but I just think the body style. Yeah, because it's supposed to be a car that he made. It's not supposed to be a car you can find off the street. It's a car that Bruce and Alfred put together in the Batcave. Like that's the whole idea. Because in the early days, together. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but Alfred maintains the car. You see what I mean? Yeah. Even though Bruce does make up the designs and all that stuff. So
hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Does Mark Spector have a butler?
He's got like a couple. Oh, go ahead, Josh.
Yes, he does actually. Oh God, I'm blanking on his name right now, but he's had a bunch of people actually help him out and everything. Currently, in the Moon Knight series, he's doing the Mr. Knight mission, and he actually has a vampire assistant. Does Batman have a vampire assistant?
No.
A vampire assistant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
She actually runs the operations at the Moon Knight mission. So.
Yeah, I bet you Batman doesn't have a mooncopter either.
Yeah.
Well, he did have a helicopter. Adam West had a helicopter.
Not the mooncopter, though.
That he could hover, and then he could go down a ladder, and he could fight sharks. So I don't see Moon Knight fight no fucking shark.
That's only if you remembered his shark repellent.
Well, Robin, if you remember, had to come down and hang upside down for some silly reason and hand him the shark repellent. So, where's his fucking assistant? I don't know. But, yeah.
Oh, shit. So you got stuff, but you have it in your queue, right?
I have. Sense. Yeah, it's like I don't have a reason to send it. You know what I mean? Like I have Red Buzzer, Siren. I have him hanging out in the stash, and then
why move it?
And then the latest train bot, which is was it Iron Arm? Yeah, so he's chilling out in the stash.
Dude, he's a monster, dude.
Yeah, so I'm excited for those train bots, but I might not be able to actually physically put them together until I'm living in Pennsylvania in a house.
You know what? It might be cool though. You might get your hands on all the last 4 of them all at the same time.
Yeah, that's probably going to happen because I don't know. Every the next month or so, another one will come out or another 2 will come out. So yeah, you're probably right. I mean, I could have them. Shit, my stash could be like 20 figures for all I know. I don't know. It's depending on Transbots, how much they get the release. And
don't get Jed started.
He's never going to see that fucking Springer. That Springer is never coming. Never. It's never coming. Ever.
Nope.
All right. TCP. I ordered 2 Batman figures there. They said we have no ETA. I already lost out on fucking getting it from BBTS. I lost out on eBay for late tax. So I'm like, thanks TCP. So you ain't getting no Springer. So no Springer for you.
I know.
It's okay. What, you just don't think it's ever going to come out?
Well, I'm just saying that. I think it's going to come out, but it's not going to be. It's not going to be this year, and it's not going to be next year.
Wow, so, you think it's going to be 2 years?
I think extra. This is me right now with X Transbots. They're going to make all those repaints. They're going to make. Okay, I got my list up of my Transformer stuff. They're going to make their million. Like how many repaints of fucking
Menasor?
Yeah.
Where am I? Before I get a skid. How many skids repaint they got coming out?
Oh yeah,
they have Cliff Jumper. There's Cliff Jumper repaint. So
you really see like it was 23. What was it? 23% was original molds. The rest of it was repaints or something like that.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the numbers, but that sounds about right.
And then they got the Sonicon repaints. They got too much shit coming out, man. Like they got Perceptor. They gotta just repaint the shit out of that. Do little remolds. And they
I think the black one will be the only other one. The black one and the toy version one will be the only other 2 that they get out of that one.
Can you imagine if they just took all that pre-order, just fucking ghosted every?
They wouldn't do that. That'll be the ultimate.
What are you
dick
gonna do
move.
about it?
I don't think they would do that.
Because I didn't put any money down for pre-orders.
Well, it's just like fans toys. Are we ever going to see the last? What was it? Last two
the
Aerobots,
last Sunicon and the
last two Aerobots, and one Sunicon. Like, how long has it been?
I'll tell you what, that's getting weird. Yeah. That situation's getting a little weird, man.
And are they even combining? Like, when are we going to see those pictures? You know, like, I don't know.
I think they fucked up. I think they made that shit too heavy up top. I think they made it too heavy.
Do you know, not to sound weird, but it was kind of fishy when they started putting the stuff out and they didn't have any like combiner parts or anything like that with like Motormaster and like some other stuff.
Yeah.
Usually they add, like something with each one or like they give you like the whole. What's that?
I heard from the very beginning that they were gonna put them all with the last robot and it wasn't gonna be Motormaster, which to your point is not the norm, but we did know that pretty early on.
Yeah, we knew that, right? I was just saying it's kind of weird, different than the other, like say like Zeta did,
Yeah.
So you're saying
maybe they knew from the beginning it wasn't going to be.
So you're saying Dead End, a Carbot, is going to show up in a box like 4 times the size of a normal Carbot with a whole bunch of combiner parts in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
and you know what?
I'm going to tell you. I don't see it, man.
I thought it was a separate purchase.
Depends on who you ask. Some people have said the combiner parts and limbs and everything like that are going to come with Dead End. Some people said it's going to be a separate purchase. My big, huge thing is I've messed around with Fans Toys, Silverbolt, and Motormaster, and I cannot figure out for the life of me how that's going to form into a combined mode. Even if they went the Zeta route and you just fold it up and put it in a cavity, like how?
Well, if that's what they're going to do, how would you know that it can't do that now? Like, you don't know what that configuration would be.
Because you could figure it out on Zeta Silverbolt. Like, you could see it, look at it, and like, okay, this is going to fold this way, this way, this way to form the combined mode. Even though you're just folding up into a box and throwing the cavity. I don't get that feeling with Fans Toys Silverbolt. I
don't have any doubt in my mind that they had a plan, but I only think they had a plan. And I don't think that particular plan is working out. Like, I don't think they went into it with no plan, but I just think whatever they did have going on is not working out, and that's why this is taking so long.
I don't think we're getting a combined mode from Fans Toys. I think we're going to get one.
Pissed.
I don't think it's going to be what we want it to be. I think it's going to be a Zeta parts forming situation.
Like you're just going to get a Menasor that you just plug shit onto, basically. Not even like one that. Although if they did it that way. Because the trailer is already with Motormaster. He's got his own trailer all built in. So you don't need to worry about having a trailer. So, like, make a big-ass Fans Toys strong skeleton that is just basically Menasor, and that's what it's going to be. But I'm telling you, listen, I'll tell you this much. Whatever we're marked down for pre-orders right now is not doesn't include the extra that it's going to cost for that, or it's going to be raised, because there's no way we're going to get the entire rest of that Menasor for whatever it is that we're paying for Dead End or whoever's left. Dead End, is that who's left?
I see them pulling a card from X-Transbots.
Yeah, yep.
With the accessory package, and then maybe with Zeta with having parts forming pieces that will connect to things. That's probably what we're going to get. And hopefully you'll be able to use all, 5 bots versus X-Transbots. You only need 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm nervous about it because maybe the what?
I was gonna say maybe they'll even like sell you like a base mode. Oh, here's your base mode that turns into the frame.
The base mode is just, I don't even care. Dumb. If they fit into a DTOF, like, I'll tell you this much: the Menasor, the X-Transbots Menasor, I got those for car mode, or not car mode, individual bot mode. And if there would have been a way for that trailer to transform into a base mode that would have fit in the DTOF, I would have been fired up for that, because that would have been cool, because that's how I'm like displaying them, but it didn't. So other than that, base modes are stupid. Sorry. So there's a demographic that we never offended before. Base mode people.
Base mode.
Oh,
base mode.
I thought you were talking about Jared's kid.
What?
The demographic you haven't pissed off yet.
Sorry, I muted my mic. My daughter's talking to me.
No, yeah, it's like the people that have Metroplex in city mode, you know?
Yeah. You stay away from those people.
And they have all their...
Those people are not to be trusted.
Are those the weird people?
Those are the weirdos.
Yeah. Is that the same type of people that have all their Transformers in car mode? Or like, alt mode?
Well, I mean, it's technically an alt mode. City mode is the alt mode, so it's kind of the same people, I guess. But it's weirder. Like a car is cool, like whatever it is that Metroplex turns into, the new one, that rolling, half-assed fortress city that don't really make any sense. That's not cool. The Datsuns are cool. The Lamborghinis are cool. Get out of here with that half-assed city mode. That's just like, him just sitting down.
See, I would say the opposite of that for like the Arc. I'd rather have it in Arc mode than robot mode.
I would have that in Arc mode if it had any other head than the head it has. But he's kind of like my last Autobot, which is bullshit. But that's what it's based on. The last Autobot. Yep.
Speaking of bullshit, Josh, what did you get these past weeks?
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're still on this. I got a new shirt. I got a couple new shirts actually. I got this new Devastator shirt from somebody posted, I think, in like THC or ROC. This Devastator picture. It's just a silhouette of the 6 characters, and they're all. I'm
trying to place that. What is that? Is that the Caterpillar logo? Right? That's Caterpillar. I think.
Yeah, but I don't know. The print quality is not as great. Or not as good, I should say, as some other T-shirts I've gotten.
No, it's not Caterpillar. It's something else.
I don't know. But yeah, I got this shirt, which is nice. Shirt feels nice, but again, the print quality, like, I wish they were a little bigger. I can fill out, my fat chest more, but yeah. What else did I get?
So you're saying not the high level quality of Dragon Star Inc., correct?
I didn't say that, you did.
It's not a Truck Norris shirt.
It's not a Truck Norris shirt. I can tell you that right now.
I was giving Mike a compliment. Not a
things escalated quickly.
Yeah.
I went to Target today. Excuse me, and I was looking for the NECA Demona from Gargoyles, but I did not find her. But I did find NECA Bronx, which was awesome. And I open it and look, there's the draped wings, Mike.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
And I got one for Mike because I hit him up and I'm like, hey, you want this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right. So.
Oh yeah, Ness says thank you.
Oh, not a problem.
Oh, before I forget, did she see that the Crow Mezco went up for sale today?
I have that on pre-order already.
Do you? Okay.
Yeah, we got that on pre-order already. Yep.
The Mezco 112, right?
112. Yes.
Right. Yeah.
That one's cool, man. It comes with like the flame crow on the ground effect and shit.
There's some cool shit. What the fuck was up with that email? It made it sound like they just put it up for pre-order today. I guess
I've had that pre-ordered at TCP for like months now.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
That's weird.
I hope you get it, because I had figures I was supposed to get. There we go.
I honestly
Jared.
didn't know.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just got back. My daughter was invading. She's going to bed, so she wanted me to go put her to sleep, and I didn't have to. So sorry. Where are we at?
Sorry. My haul. Oh,
I'll go for it.
And while since we're doing hauls, I'll do shout outs too. When I was picking up Bronx, I actually ran into another collector in the wild, which never happens. We started talking for a bit. Nice guy. I don't remember his name, but I got his Instagram. Oh, his name is Justin. It's Casper CDG on Instagram. Cool dude. There was 4 Bronxes there, and I grabbed one, I walked away. He grabbed one, walked away, and then like 5 minutes later, we both walked back and grabbed the other ones for our friends. That was kind of funny. But yeah, shout out to him. He's a cool dude. I also got the last generation toy Foo Fighter right here. That's their hotspot. I haven't taken them out yet, but can't wait to finally finish that so I can finally have a third-party Defensor, which took 4 fucking years.
How tall is that going to be combined? How tall is that going to be?
It's Warbitron generation toy size. So,
gotcha. 15 inches.
15, 16, something like that.
Okay.
Because I was looking up at where my combiners are, and yeah, that's about 15, 16 inches.
Gotcha.
What else did I get? Oh, I went to a concert, and I went to saw Seven Dust, which was fucking awesome. It's the 20th anniversary of their third album, Animosity. So they played the entire album, and then 2 additional songs.
That's a pretty good album.
Oh, it's a great fucking album, dude. And then I heard this other band that, Mike, you told me about, Tetrarch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I grabbed their CD, and I've been listening to that CD nonstop for 2 days, and it's a great CD. I was quite surprised because I heard someone say, Mike, maybe you told me or Tyler told me, but they have a female lead guitar player. And I'm expecting someone like Lizzie Hale or Orienthe, something like that. But no, dude, this like 6 foot tall dreadlock, like black chick just comes out and just starts fucking shredding. Oh my God. Dude,
yo, you sent me that picture and I'm like, who the hell are these guys, man?
Yeah.
And then I looked up pictures of the band. I'm like, oh, it's the band.
Yeah.
I thought they were just some cats you ran into in the crowd, man.
Oh, dude, that's the band. Like, minus the bass player, but
yeah, they're good, man. They're a good band. They're the one album, and I don't know which album it is that you got, but there was I listened to 2 of their albums, and the one had more of like a Bullet for My Valentine sound to it. The other one, not so much. But they were both pretty good albums. The one that I listened to.
One I bought has a what is it? Edema. Remember them?
Yeah.
Like an edema spine shank kind of music to them, which I love. I loved it. It's great. And I got a couple 7 Dust shirts. Shout out to my sister and my brother-in-law dragging my ass out there. Thanks for driving. I got drunk. It's always fun. It's nice to let loose, you know? And that's about it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. How about you, Mike? You got anything?
I want to touch on 2 things real quick that you were just talking about music, and I'm going to tell you what mine are, and I'll let you think on them and give me your answers later. Top 3 Seven Dust albums for me. Seasons number 1. You're gonna find this one a surprise, but Chapter 7, Hope and Sorrow, as my number 2, and then the first album as my number 3. And I'll let you think on that. I can do this right now.
Right
now? Go ahead.
Yeah, I'll tie with your number 3 first album. Second, I would have tied with you again with that Chapter, the one.
That's a great album, man.
Oh my God.
Hope and Sorrow.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. But my number 1 will be Cold Day Memory.
Yeah?
Yeah, dude.
So Seasons ain't even in your top 3. That's interesting.
Oh, dude.
I think Seasons is the album that they found themselves on. Like, that they really, like, discovered who Seven Dust was on that album. But that's just my opinion.
I would say Animosity would be the one they found themselves, because, I mean, that's where a lot of their style is now. Granted, it's shorter now, especially if you got the last album, Blood and Stone.
Yeah.
But, oh, dude, if you listen to anything from Animosity forward, that's all the same style, same guitar tones, same everything.
My other music point. Did any of you guys listen to that band that Tyler put in the chat today? What was it? Sleep Token? Jared, you did listen to it?
Well, I didn't get to see it. I was busy all day. But
yeah, no, I'm not that I expected anybody to listen to it. I'm just curious before I go into my tirade on that album. Jed, did you listen to it at all?
I think he stepped away. He
did? So listen to this, man.
Before you go, let me just say, I liked it. I dug it.
Was that the one? Was that the one where they mashed up those things, or is it the different one? I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's 12-Foot Ninja. You're thinking 12-Foot Ninja.
12-Foot Ninja was
that was all right.
Yeah.
That was all right.
12-Foot Ninja was awesome.
All right.
Josh, I first of all, let me say I'm disappointed in you. Second, I hated everything I heard by them. I can't even tell you. Listen, this is how mad I was. It's a Friday afternoon. I got like an hour left to work, and at that point, I'm like 7 or 8 songs in, and I only got an hour to the weekend, and I'm angry listening to that shit because it was the same. I looked up full albums on YouTube. I'm like, I'm just gonna give this a rip. And like the first song is basically a ballad, and the second song is basically a ballad, and the third song is a ballad. And I'm like, and Tyler is like, you know, something about there being a little bit of screaming. By the time I heard like 3 or 4 songs, I'm like, can we get to the screaming? Because this shit is like depressing me.
Hang on.
Like it's like you know, okay, so they are the musical. I'm so angry that I listened to this for an hour. And okay. Tyler, I'm a little mad at you for even. We'll get to that in a second.
Is it Sleep Token? That's what it is.
Sleep Token.
He said no screaming.
No, he said it was just a little. He said it was heavy. So I'm like, so that band reminds me of. Do any of you guys have that friend? And you don't have to name them, obviously, but do you have that friend that is in your news feed that is like, constantly whining that they can't find anybody, and the real sad person looking for like I don't know,
are they like angry at the world?
Yeah, that's that band.
Yeah,
that band is that guy on your timeline.
Yeah,
and I'm listening to this, and then I was so mad at how fucking terrible it was, and then my mind started wandering, and I'm like, I started getting mad at Tyler because I'm like, Tyler heard this and he said, I think Mike would probably dig this shit. And that just tells me what he thinks about my musical tastes.
Oh, I don't think that. See, okay, you listen. I only listened to a few songs, so I didn't listen to as much as you. But I will say the few songs I heard, which ones were they? Hang on. I did like them. I did. I dug their sound.
I'm sorry, Josh. I'm sorry for the ear abuse that you put yourself through this afternoon.
No, it's to me it sounded like a heavy version of Tool. So I listened to Hypnosis. What else was there? Hold on. That's all the trailers.
It sounded like Daughtry if Daughtry had like
no.
metal band. No. That's what it sounded like.
Oh, you
Joshua.
bite your tongue,
Joshua.
Sir. Michael.
That's what it sounded like. Well, while you're looking that shit up, I'm gonna tell people the rest of my haul real quick. I got the Black Zarak, the Takara Legends Generation Select, whatever the hell toy line that is, the Black Zarak, and I got and shout out to my boy Slade. Who went out to TFCon and he actually grabbed me a hubcap, Ocular Max hubcap.
Okay.
It just sounded. Go ahead.
So I listened to Alkaline, Hypnosis, and The Love You Want.
Yeah.
And I dug all 3 of those.
Listen to the titles of those songs.
I
should have known. I should have known when I looked at the titles of the songs that they were gonna suck. You know who they reminded me of? Videos? They reminded me of, remember Dokken? Remember how Dokken was always crying over some broad that like broke his heart and shit? That's
every 80s hair metal ballad.
No, but Dokken was even worse. And you know it. And anybody here old enough to remember Dokken knows it. And that's who these guys were. These guys were modern Dokken.
Modern Dokken.
All right.
Did you watch?
So back to the haul before we have a 6-hour show.
Okay.
So I got those. Shout out to my boy Slade. Got me the Ocular Max hubcap. I got the Black Zarak. I got a heat press. The dude that works in the business next to me had a heat press that he no longer used and just like gave me that shit. So that was really cool. So, that's it for hauls. And plugs. I finished up a new shirt. It was a Devo Spider-Man mashup. Whip it.
Yes, and I think it looks awesome, but I think you need to do different iterations of Spider-Man.
Yeah, everybody's saying that.
You need Armor Spider-Man. You need Ben Reilly Spider-Man.
No,
You gotta keep it classic.
This is just a part where I put my foot down and I say this is what I have available and this is what you get. And
you need RetroCon exclusive and it's Spider Ham instead of Spider Man.
Yeah,
no, I'll spend the whole year redrawing different Spider-Men. You know, for the same goddamn.
Make toys. It's more like Mike toys.
Mike toys. Yeah, right. You're right. It would be. Dude, if I actually did that and started doing it like one after one, like people would be like, all right, dude, enough's enough with this fucking shirt, man. You know? And you know it and I know it. We're out. Yeah, right. Yeah, enough's enough. We're out. Yeah, right. That's exactly right.
Black costume Spider-Man, 6-arm Spider-Man.
That shit though, Jed, that shit had me dying with you put the black version up and Endorse put the fucking upside down black version.
Upside down.
That was fucking hilarious.
That shit got me pretty good. Anyways, yeah, so there's that. So that's on dragonstarsshop.com and that is in the comic book shop on the menu. And that is it. That's it for me. Who's left? Who did not do their haul yet? Jed, did you do a haul yet?
Me.
I actually had a couple other things, but I'll throw them at the end. Go ahead, Jed.
Thanks. I got the Figma Demon Slayer Zenitsu deluxe version. By the way, Mike, I'm probably gonna stop by your place on Sunday to drop off Kyle's version for him.
All right.
If you're gonna be around. I got the big Firebird plus Muka. That's that black.
Oh, we know who that is. We know who that is.
Seriously, that's probably one of the best painted figures I have. That
does look amazing. Good, man. It looks sharp. It looks totally different than the RC.
It is. You can see the tempo stuff is the same as like the Kang Toy stuff, and then I've been saying this for about like a week now, but like the Jingyi design company that basically does the Kang toys and TFC, they did the mold for that that figure for Big Firebird.
How's the sphincter sculpt?
There is no sphincter sculpt. But it has those knee joints that are really cool. It has like the working piston on it.
Oh, those are I like
alloys. Those are really cool.
That's little stuff that I wish more companies would do, man. Like little really stuff like that. I think that's cool. Yep.
And you can like take the whole backpack off. You just kind of pull it out, and it's really well designed. It's unfortunate that it's like, you know, shunned because it has large breasts.
Shunned.
I got the
like different accessories.
What's that?
Did they change anything besides the color, or is it just and like did they get like extra accessories?
Tons of shit with it. Oh yeah, and with it, swords and staffs and like, you know, different, you know, hands and like a whole different hood panel and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Okay.
Deformation space for my Starscream. I got the chair I'm for. Let's see. Fuck you, John Bailey. I also made a print, which is up on hiddentoys.net. I made a sexy pinup of Tifa on the Fenrir cycle, which is kind of cool. And I started selling a bunch of my shit that I had extras of on Macari. So that's been going really well. That's about it. Oh, and we'll get to it, I'm sure, later in the trailers, but I was in the watch party last night for the Cybertron Falls War Within Part 2 video, which, since this came out on Monday, was released this past Saturday at noon. So if you guys want to shout out to the whole crew and Christian and Raja and Sam and everybody that worked on that, and everybody else in the cast, that was pretty cool, and hopefully everyone got the chance to take a look at it. It was actually, I'm not surprised, but I'm very astonished that it's like it came out so well and like edited so well and stuff. So definitely worth a watch. So shout out to those guys. Check it out on YouTube under the Name Brand Company's channel, and or check out Blackout Shouts Facebook. There's a link there too. And that's awesome.
Before I was interrupted with my kid, I got since my wife screwed up and bought me that Lego Batman, the Batman car, she's like, hey, since I screwed up, you can go get what you want. So I turned around and bought the Lego Michael Keaton Batmobile, the giant one. It's like about 18, 24 inches. I don't know. And I got the Batwing too, the giant Batwing. So
nice.
Yeah, I spent some money. I don't care. But yeah, it's my birthday. But yeah, I picked those up. I got those from Amazon, and who knows when the hell I'm gonna be able to put those together. But I'll put them with my Lego UCS Millennium Falcon. It's out in my garage. It's 40 pounds in the box. So
is it still put together?
No, I never put it together. I bought it years ago. It'll be 3 feet long when it goes together, but it's just hanging out in a box till I can put it together and encapsulate it in a coffee table. That's my idea for it. So it'll be a Millennium Falcon in the living room and a coffee table. So an acrylic glass. Anyways, so that was the rest of my stuff. I just my daughter came in. I wanted to say hi. So all right. So I guess we're moving on. Are we going to the trailers? Is that where we're going, Mike? Jed?
Yes. Well, you got unless you got deaths. If he has any deaths, then
Dudes.
What do you got? Well, there you go, Jed.
Nerd news.
There you go.
Got 2 people. Scott Hall, 63 years old.
This one hurt.
Complications from hip surgery. I thought he died from something else, but
wow, I didn't know that. That's what it was.
He went in for hip surgery and then wound up having either a heart attack or a stroke. Multiple.
As a result of
the
surgery?
I think he released a blood clot.
Oh, man.
And that's what happened.
That would be the complication.
Yeah. That's heartbreaking.
Was it like a surgery he needed? Was it like, I'm curious, like that was it like quality of life, or was it like, hey, you're going to be crippled if you don't do this?
A lot of pro wrestlers, when they get older, go through hip surgery. It's all the bumps on the mat, and it's all that just wearing and tearing on the joints and everything. So a lot of them, Hulk Hogan's had numerous ones.
Oh, yeah.
Paul White, Big Show, has had some hip surgeries. I mean, it's just one of those things that it's just like knee surgeries too. It just happens to these guys because all the years of wear and tear and everything.
Right. Well, I know they're pretty much like borderline handicapped by the time they're older, 60s and up. So if it wasn't for the doctors, Hulk Hogan would be nothing. I mean,
he's still nothing, but
jacked. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah,
he would be a rascal with Jed facing around a grocery store. So he lives down here in Tampa. I've never seen him, but he and Ric Flair are always hanging out in Tampa. So yeah.
Woo.
Woo.
The other person was William Hurt, 71.
Yeah,
he was in Incredible Hulk, all the Marvel movies, Broadcast News, Kiss of the Spider-Woman. Won an Oscar in 1986. He had prostate cancer that he died from.
Damn.
Really? Wow.
There go any chances for Red Hulk in the MCU.
Well,
another actor.
Yeah, they want to make it. They're going to make it.
Yeah.
They're not replacing Chadwick Boseman as Black Panther. Why would you replace Thunderbolt Ross?
Well, they're just being nice right now.
Yeah.
I could see them replacing him down the road. It's Disney. They want to make the movie. They're going to do it.
I mean, but if so they should have replaced Chadwick Boseman for someone for Black Panther then.
True, but maybe they're just out of respect. They're just going to go in a different direction right now, and then maybe in the future,
like Black Panther though, he's like a main character. He's like Thor, Iron Man. He was he was a like back in the day, he was an Avenger. He's like up there with all the real popular Marvel characters, like him, Moon Knight, everybody. They won't replace those actors, but like Ross, he's like like a secondary character.
He's like
you just had to throw in Moon Knight, didn't you?
Like Captain America, Moon Knight,
Moon Knight, Punisher.
So maybe they'll do something like this. They're going into the multiverse now, right? So let's say some event occurs where multiple Black Panthers come in or something, and maybe they replace, Chadwick with a multiverse Black Panther, or they bring him through. I don't know. Maybe his sister died in that one or something, and their worlds merged, and boom, they can recast him like that. I think they could do something there, but
I think they're gonna use the what if version of him. What was that actor's name? That played
It was Killmonger.
That guy. What the hell was his name?
Yeah,
Killmonger.
Michael
that
B.
was
Jordan.
his actor's name.
Michael B. Jordan. Yeah.
Maybe they'll use his what if Black Panther going forward.
Yeah.
I mean, they are in Carter comic, right, Josh?
Yeah, I flipped through the issue. It was all right.
Before we get on a tangent, real quick, Mike, the Mezco thing I posted in the chat. It's actually a 3 3/4 figure that was sent to me in an email.
Nah.
Yeah, you get like 2 of them, right? No, I get it. I just was like, oh yeah, this is because they made it sound like it was brand, and it is. It's just you get like 2 of them with different outfits, and then Josh, I put a picture in there of all the accessories and stuff like that you get with Muka. You get
That's
like stickers and everything too.
And fuck stickers.
Vanessa wants to know when they're coming out with a life-size one that you can fuck.
There's gotta be some fucking website where you can do like a custom sex doll with like Brandon Lee.
Are you like making a toy dog out of balloons, like a little balloon dog?
Sorry, I was.
Are you like a clown?
He was doing the levy. Yeah, he was doing the levy.
Like a plastic thing open.
Just filling the
doing
void.
the trailers.
Yes.
Okay.
Mike, you start.
The Jujutsu Kaisen trailer.
Yes.
Looks like a lot of fun, man. I watched a little bit of that shit on maybe your suggestion. Was that you and Brother Kyle, maybe? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I watched a couple episodes of that, man. And it was pretty good. It was like, and it's just this side of the dopey line for me. Like where it looks, it's still cool, It has dopey tendencies. Don't get me wrong. It has that dopey anime tendency from time to time, but for the most part, it was pretty cool. So, in this trailer, but see, I didn't see all the entire season or however many seasons there are to know what the hell's going on in this trailer.
They call it as Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which is basically like a prequel to the series.
Gotcha. So I could just watch this.
And it came out in Yeah. And it's like separate characters that weren't in the series, but it also brings in like, Gojo and Panda and a bunch of other characters from the school. So it's before the series happens. But yeah, it's in the theaters now, and it probably won't be on Crunchyroll for maybe 2 months, I'm guessing.
That's all right. I'm a patient man, Jed.
I've been waiting for 6 months now since it came out in Japan.
That might be something I might have to start getting into is anime, because I never really watched it. Not because I didn't like it. It's just that by the time I realized it would be on, I was usually like, with chicks. But my wife is into it.
Never saw like Akira?
Nope.
Oh, you never saw Akira?
JoJo's Moving Castle?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh.
I'm like,
start with Akira.
I'm like a clean slate. I'm like a clean slate on all this stuff. Like,
wait, Jed. Do you start him off with Akira?
No, that's gonna blow his fucking mind.
No. Yeah, that's like how I started as a kid.
Akira, Akira was one of my first ones. Akira, Fist and the North Star, and Vampire Hunter D. Those are my first 3 that I ever saw.
Is this all Crunchyroll or on Jetflix? Okay, I'll just start checking it out.
It can be on Jetflix.
I'll send you a link to this the website where I've been watching Attack on Titan. I got every goddamn anime you can possibly imagine on there, and it's free, no subscription.
Yeah, because I'm just
starting with movies first.
I agree. Yeah, I agree, Jed.
And start with a core, like stuff that we were first introduced as kids when they first moved. When it got shipped over to the United States. Kira, like you said, Vampire Hunter D, Fist of the North Star. What was the other one?
Howl's Moving Castle?
No. That was
is that a Ghibli movie? Howl's Moving Castle?
That's not a Ghibli. Before Ghibli.
Ghibli shit. Before Ghibli.
Yeah, before Ghibli. I mean, don't get me wrong. Ghibli movies are great. Actually, Princess Mononoke what was that? Is that 25-year anniversary for that now? I think, or 20. I just had an anniversary.
You got to be in the right frame of mind for Studio Ghibli, and I'm not saying to be not to be high or anything, but it's not like that's not your typical action shit blowing up all over the place type shit.
The Wicked ones.
Oh, Wicked City. Wicked City and
the fourth one.
Demon City Shinjuku. Remember that shit, man? Yeah. Oh, as one thing I wanted, now that we're talking anime real quick, I wanted to, so I saw Chris, Bricks on the Dollar, Chris, at the ZoloCon, whenever that was, a couple, like 4 weeks ago. And he goes, and he's real matter of factly, he says, yo, man. Yeah, he gave me shit. He gave us shit as a whole. He's like, listen, man, how comes when you guys talk about anime, you guys always talk about dude bro anime? Or did he say dude bro? Dude, like, you know, bro dude anime.
Yeah.
Bruh. So he says, he says we talk too much bro dude anime. Or dude bro.
What the fuck is bro dude anime?
You know, bro dude. Bro dude. He's saying it's like your commercial rock.
Oh,
like that's bro dude rock, you know.
Okay.
Like the shit that the college kids would listen to and be like, yeah, I listen to heavy metal, and then it's like they listen to like fucking Three Doors Down or some shit.
It's
so he's saying
like,
that,
action genre. You know, that's basically popcorn movie when it comes to anime stuff. That does like give you a lot of emotional, resonance. Is basically what it is.
I don't know.
I started watching.
Go ahead, Jed.
It's basically it's like, big sword, kill people, and fighting and your giant monsters, mecha type of stuff. It doesn't have like the underlying, like an emotional story type of thing. That's what he's saying.
Right.
It doesn't make you feel a certain way.
So he wants us to
more
start
money
watching
shots
more Japanese
than
porn?
No, it's not that at all. It's like after he said that, I went and I did some research on things like animes that just weren't, fucking somebody with a fucking in a metal suit or some shit like that, or Gundam or whatever. And I found that Made in Abyss, and that's crazy good. And I read the whole manga, and then I just started watching. Yeah. The other one I started watching was I only got through one episode yet, but it's really good. It's Mushishi. I think it's Mushishi. Mish. It's kind of it's like a two. Like he goes in like places spirits haven't moved on, helps him move on, and so it's real calm, relaxing. It's not like they're fighting it out or battling and stuff. It's really good. But what do you think of Made in Abyss? Since we're on that subject.
Well, I didn't make it too far in, and I'm afraid I didn't make it to the fun part yet because they have not the whole time. Like, you know how it comes out of the gates with that big worm thing or whatever, like right out of the gate, and you're like, oh fuck, man, this is going to be some shit. And then it's like a couple episodes of setup. I'm into those, but I didn't get into like where they go back down in.
Okay. It's
my
when
body
they get back down and
I didn't get to that.
When they start going down the thousands of feet down, as it gets through each layer in the abyss, that's when it gets fucking weird.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking forward to that because
I finished the whole entire Berserk manga the other night.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. It was kind of sucks that it's over, but it was really good.
Good ending.
But anyway, back to trailers.
Jed, I just saw Levy posted a photo on Facebook. Let me see. Oh, it was 4 hours ago. I was going to say if it was like an hour ago, I was going to get on there and tell him, it's bullshit. It's like when you call out sick, but then you're out there fucking around.
Hooky.
And I was going to bust his chops, but yeah, he's playing hooky. What's the next trailer?
Josh, pick a trailer, Josh.
Let me go back to the list really quickly here because
go ahead, shoot.
I'm getting there.
Shoot.
Hang on, hold on.
You should memorize these.
I had a quick question about Jujutsu Kaisen before we go into the next one.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little lost on the premise of it. Can you give me like a Cliff Notes version? Because these two kids like make a promise to get married and then the girl dies. That Then she's what? Possessed him or something? What the fuck? It looked interesting.
They're curses. And when people die, there's like it's like a cursed energy that resonates in certain places or people or items. And there's a school which is called the Jujutsu Kaisen, which is basically they're sorcerers in a way, but they do like fucking ninja karate shit too. That go and basically do like ghost busting type of shit. They get rid of curses in this.
Okay.
Because it negatively affects, the people that are there. And there's like items, like cursed items. There's all this, it's like this whole other weird world. So it's very, I guess, like supernatural. I guess you say basically a supernatural type of show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like if the Ghostbusters were ninjas.
Right.
Because I'm sitting here waiting for powers. I'm sitting here waiting for Demon Slayer season 2 English dub to come out, and the rest of My Hero English dub to come out. So I figure I'd get something else and try. And Jujutsu Kaisen because kind of sounded interesting. Then you showed the trailer, like, oh, maybe I'll just give this a try, and it looked interesting.
It's not out yet, unless you want to go to the theater.
Okay, I'll go to the theater.
But the series on. It's one season, so I think that's on Crunchyroll, and that's in English already.
That's fine by me.
Maybe the one too. You should do that one.
No, never heard of it till you guys start talking about it. Honestly, not gonna lie.
So what trailer?
Roar. Interesting choice for you to pick this trailer for us to talk about.
It's fucking weird.
It's weird. It is, but it's a good weird.
It's like a weird female Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Alison Brie is a fucking phenomenal actress. I'll watch anything she's in. She was great in Community. She was great in Glow. But just the stories, man, they were just weirdly bizarre. The woman that had bite marks on her, woman that was placed on like a mantle thing. Like, what the fuck?
That one reminded me of Boxing Helena.
These are all stories that aren't going to really have anything to do with each other, like a little anthology type of thing.
Yeah,
it seems like it.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Jared, you got any thoughts, insights on Roar?
I saw like just who was in it, and I saw Alison Brie, and like you said, I liked her in Glow, so I'll check this out. But is this the one that was the Apple TV one, or is this the? Yeah. I don't know how to get Apple TV without going through Netflix, so I'll check it out somehow. But I'm interested. So, but I didn't get to really see the trailer. I just saw she was in it. And I was like, I'll check it out. As soon as I see her, I just like her, so I'm cool with it. So.
She had the funniest fucking line in the trailer. Like, she was like, I'm a fucking ghost. How am I still getting cramps?
This looks like something that Vanessa would like.
It was just weird.
Do you watch the trailer now?
It's definitely weird. What's that?
What's that?
Do you watch the trailer right now?
No, I watched it before. I watched it before.
Yeah, I skimmed through, and Jed was talking earlier. I just skimmed through it on my computer, and I didn't really listen to it. I was like, yeah, okay. But
it looks weird. It looks interesting.
That's just weird.
This is what happens when I have no prep time. I'm out for the Batman. I'm not ready. So, yeah.
What else we got?
Jed, what trailer do you want to talk about? We got 2 left.
I want to talk about Cybertron Falls: War Within Part 2.
That wasn't on the list.
It was in the trailers.
Did we already talk about The Boys?
We didn't.
No, we didn't talk about it yet.
Okay.
Well, I didn't.
I didn't see it because it wasn't a big thumbnail like the rest of them were. I went right past it.
Oh God. Okay, well, you guys didn't watch it. That's fine. We can watch it.
No, I'm serious. I did not watch it on purpose. I just completely because it didn't. Look at it, it's got that little tiny thumbnail, man, and I missed it. I did.
I keep forgetting you guys don't read books.
That freaking show's amazing.
I read books. I read books with pictures.
The Boys, yeah.
Boys.
There was something about how this trailer got reported. I think it was like 20,000 times on YouTube.
For what?
For language and all that stuff. Everything else.
Have they not watched the show?
Guess not. Must have been a bunch of moms. I thought it was the Hardy Boys.
Funniest fucking scene was when the Deep was having sex with the chick, looking at the glass fish tank with the squid pressed up against the glass, and he's looking at the squid while he's having sex with this chick. I was dying.
What do you think, Mike?
I really kind of don't give not that I don't give a shit, because like when Ness was watching it, I was kind of like tuning in and out, and I always liked what I was watching, but I didn't watch enough of it to care about what's going to happen going forward. So
interesting.
My opinion is a little irrelevant. I'm not saying this isn't a show that I would like. I think I would like it, but again, it just falls under the I ain't got time for all these fucking series categories.
Good show though. You got to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
If you suffer through Mandalorian to get to Baby Yoda, and if you suffer through the Book of Boba Fett, I haven't seen that yet, but yeah, this is a totally different show compared to anything you've ever seen with superheroes in it. So
I know the gist of it, because I've seen at least like a couple of episodes back to back, here and there, like when she was watching it, but I would have to go back to the beginning and catch up.
When Homelander goes into that plane with the girl, I can't remember her name, but he goes in there and he's like, oh well, the freaking cockpit, I think he ripped the stick out of the cockpit. Oh well, I can't fly. And he just like takes the fuck off, and it's like, what? Like he's straight up like, I don't give a shit. Yeah, like he's.
I saw the scene where he burns his old lady's face off.
Yeah,
that was pretty sick.
Yeah. Just there's just so much to these characters. Like if you look at it from a DC Marvel aspect, they don't fit in those boxes. They just don't fit. That's what I like about it. So
someone said, I can't remember if it was a director or not, but they said that it's like, when you have a normal superhero show and they save the day and then they all turn the camera, look, and they smile and they put their thumbs up and the picture gets taken. This is the shit that happens after that, when they go to like the cocaine party at the place and like nail all the and stuff like that afterward.
Right.
This is like a behind. This is like
you read the series, right?
No, I never read it. I want to. But,
I was going to ask you what you thought, how the difference was between this and the series and the book series, but the book's phenomenal.
From what I have heard of people that have read the series and the stuff I've read online of like Wikipedia and people's comments and everything, this is just as graphic the show as the comic book. They're leaning more towards some comic book stuff in this season, where the boys, are actually getting powers. Because in the comic book, they've always had powers, right?
So in the book, they have an injection, and I forget what the name of it, but there's like something in a number. But before they go to like take down like other superheroes or whatever, they inject themselves and they get like super strong and shit. And in one of the first books, like Huey, like the first time he was there, he like accidentally like fucking punched through the dude's like chest and like killed him and shit. And they're like, whoa, you're not supposed to kill him. You're just supposed to, beat the shit out of him, and then we can take him in. But yeah, that they always had that thing where they could inject themselves and get powers. And MM always got his powers from like from mother's milk and shit. And there's like this whole side story about that. And there's a lot of stuff. And the French dude, I forget what his name is. But he's always been like just like this badass like fucking agent assassin. Like
I did
Resistance
find
fighter,
out
I think he was.
Frenchie is his name.
Frenchie, that's it. Frenchie. Yeah.
I did find out who Black Noir, is that his name? I don't remember. It's been a while since I watched the show. I found out what his true identity is, and I cannot wait till that bomb drops in the show and hear people's reaction.
Don't remember that. Oh no, wait. Okay, now I do remember. Yeah. I don't want to spoil it for anybody, but I don't know if they're gonna do that or not. But I guess we'll find out.
I hope they do, because that's just a mind fuck of a reveal. And
there's really the book's better than the show. It goes in a completely different direction. A lot of places they're adapting a lot of like little mini sections of the comics into the show, but not like a full-blown adaptation of it. But it's really good. Better than the show. Just as graphic.
Mm-hmm.
If not more.
I would put that moment of revealing who Black Noir is, along with Negan killing Glenn in Walking Dead.
There's a
like holy shit moments.
There's a couple other related things that are a little bit more like what, holy shit type of thing than that. But yeah, you got to read the book. Don't really want to spoil it for anybody if they do it for the show. Yeah, I can't wait. It looks good. I'm the other trailer too is like for Miss Marvel, and I don't know if I'm just by myself here, but I didn't like it at all. I kind of fucking hated it actually.
I don't. It's not really a twist on my tit either. It's just kind of I don't know.
Teenage girls, and I'm not a teenage girl, so I think that's probably why I didn't like it.
I think I'm with you. At least at presentation wise, from the like, I don't know, man. Like when the Bumblebee trailer came out, you know, that was a teenage girl and a Volkswagen.
Like teenage girl.
So it was like watching that didn't make me. It made me want to watch it anyway. Like it wasn't a turn off. You know what I mean? Like it was like, oh, this is a movie for teenage girls. I didn't get, but this for some reason, this is definitely putting that vibe off, man. Like, it's like Marvel WB shit. You know what I mean? Like that's the vibe I'm getting. And
I got the what's that? There was a movie like 15 years ago, maybe. It was something about a playlist. Something Nora's playlist.
Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
That's it. That's what this reminded me of.
Love that.
Never saw them. Never saw. It looks like this, but yeah, I didn't really dig it.
At least with Bumblebee though, like with the girl, I can't remember the actress's name, but at least she's like she liked to work on cars, so she had some sort of like relevance to Bumblebee. You know, find them in a junkyard, fixing them up. Whereas, Miss Maisel. But she's just like a teenager in high school, and then she gets powers, and then boom, she becomes a superhero, something along those lines. Josh, how's the story go in the books? Is that kind of what happens? Is it a human thing that she gets her powers from?
So in the comics, Kamala Khan is a fangirl of the Avengers, especially Ms. Marvel or Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers. And she is exposed to the Terrigen mists from the Inhumans. And that's how she gets her powers. And her powers are like Mr. Fantastic's. She can stretch her limbs, make her fist bigger to fight, all this stuff. And she's essentially a fangirl, like I said, of Ms. Marvel, Carol Danvers. And she picks up the Ms. Marvel mantle so Ms. Marvel can then become Captain Marvel. They changed her powers in the show by giving her these weird bracelets, which make it look like she has a huge fist coming out, but it's just an energy blast. The trailer to me just seemed like with WandaVision, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, they were geared towards a wider adult audience. Anybody, race, color, this certain demographic, 18 to whatever, they would watch this show. Ms. Marvel is specifically for high school girls.
Yeah.
Which is what it felt the comic book sells to.
Right. I remember when they redid Nova, they were trying to go for teenage boys there, and then there was Miles Morales, and then they brought the X-Men back as teenagers. They're trying to do this whole comic line where they were all super young, 14 again or something like that. And I remember when Nova, Richard Rider came back, he's like, is every superhero 12 now or whatever?
Yep, I remember that.
It's in the one panel. I forget who it is. They go, are you supposed to be dead? But it was really funny. She's like, no, they're like, no, that's Miss Marvel. He's like, that's not Carol. He's like, no, that's the other Miss Marvel. She's, Captain Marvel now. He's like, what?
Captain Marvel died.
Yeah, what happened? Yeah, right. Captain Marvel died. He had cancer.
So do you think they'll bring the X-Men in as young adults or maybe older X-Men?
No, I hope they bring them in young, man. I want the X-Men to be around for a while.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So Patrick Stewart's in this version of Multiverse of Madness. So is he representing the older X-Men in the little organization he's a part of, the Illuminati?
From what I gather, of rumors. This is like, take this as a super small grain of salt, but he's supposed to be Professor X from the 90s X-Men cartoon.
What?
That's the dimension he's from.
I kind of like that for some reason. I don't know why, because it's strange.
I mean,
it is strange.
Can you imagine seeing that big floating gold chair,
which is
in real life?
Which is where the rumor came from, which is what he's supposed to be in.
Yeah. Hell yeah, that would be fucking awesome.
So
so then they're gonna have young X-Men, presumably with the MCU.
Maybe.
So what, like James McAvoy possibly could be the guy, or are they gonna go totally different?
He was Professor X.
I just saw there was an interview with him, and they asked if he's gonna be in Doctor Strange, and he's like, no. And they're like, do you miss playing for this? He's like, not at all. So he's like saying that he enjoy the last movie with the female, so he doesn't really miss that character.
Going back to Miss Marvel for 1 second, the reason why they're doing this series is because she's supposedly showing up in Captain Marvel 2 Electric Boogaloo.
The Marvels.
So this is kind of the Marvels, yeah. So that's kind of like her introduction. Instead of giving her an origin story in the Marvels, they're giving her an origin story in a TV series. And
right,
again,
so
it's to
3 Captain Marvels.
Who's the third?
You knew that, right? It's
you counting Monica Rambeau?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And yeah,
so it'd be the 3 of them in it. If you guys remember her from WandaVision.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
What the hell was I gonna say now? It was something. Oh, the X-Men thing. There was a whole bunch of rumors that Wolverine's supposed to be in Doctor Strange with Professor X. No, a different Wolverine. Like I said, it's supposed to be from a different dimension type of thing. So I know that with this series, this Miss Marvel thing is supposed to be, like you said, the Terrigon Miss, but I think I'm trying to distance themselves from Inhumans as much as they can, and that's why they didn't give her these powers that way.
Well, I think it's also to differentiate for herself when they introduce the Fantastic Four, because they probably don't want 2 people with the same power set. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can see that. Plus, it just makes more sense to have some weird technology, like a negabands or something like that gives her powers.
Right.
It's easier to do.
The one rumor I heard about Doctor Strange 2 is one of the end credit scenes, and I don't know how accurate this is or not, but Deadpool shows up.
Yeah, I believe that. I think that Deadpool is just gonna show up.
Right.
Like he's gonna be a character that will not need like an explanation. Like anybody else shows up, it's like, well, how did they get here? But like if Deadpool shows up, you're just gonna be like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah. So I saw this TikTok of this guy, and he brings up an interesting point. If we can talk about comic book movies for a second here.
No.
No,
we don't do that.
Yeah,
here, Josh.
No,
yeah, we don't do that. This is not that type of podcast.
All right. Well, I'm gonna say it anyways. Since Stan Lee has passed, you're no longer going to be getting Stan Lee cameos. He brought up an interesting point about how about giving the creators, the writers, and artists of the stories that the MCU pulls from, giving them little cameos in the movies, because they're not getting paid for their shit. Let them get some.
Wait, who's not getting paid? Oh, where the stories are coming from, like the comic book stories?
The writers and artists, they don't get paid, but they take their material and make it into a
ridiculous.
movie.
I mean, that's ridiculous. That's the stupidest thing I heard. I mean, yes, they should have some type of, credit, props, and they usually get that like in the credits and stuff for creating the characters. But what a lot of people don't understand is that not every company is Image, where you get your shared creative rights of everything. You keep those rights. When you work for a corporation, anything you create is owned of the corporation. So yeah, Mike Kincaid may have made, Chuck Norris under the Marvel thing, but it's not his anymore. It's Marvel's. And if they can do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Marvel's Chuck Norris.
There you go.
Chuck Norris Rangers, baby.
Chuck Norris Moon Knight. Chuck Norris Moon Knight. I was going to say the Chuck Norris Moon Knight team up.
Never.
Listen, is there anything more horrifying than Moon Knight driving Chuck Norris at you, like straight at you? There's nothing more horrifying. It could be an action movie or a horror movie.
Since we were talking about Doctor Strange, I put 2 screen captures in the chat. This is what I was talking about before. 2 weeks ago, maybe 4 weeks ago. But the first one is, if you look over to, like, if you download these and zoom in, you could see over off to his left that, like, that is like a T'Challa Black Panther outfit type of thing with the necklace and stuff. And that dude on the right in the chair, I still think that's Doom, but maybe I'm wrong. But the second one is, this is where you can tell that is a dude with a goatee is like fighting the witch. That is not a black woman. So
wait.
The second. The second was Superior Iron Man.
Yeah.
Josh, did you read the 4-issue series?
I don't think it was a 4-issue series. I think it was like a.
Was it? This was like small. Was it limited? Was it? I thought it was a limited series, like under 10. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It's been a while. But
it wasn't Tony Stark. It was Superior Iron Man, by the way.
No, it was Superior Iron Man.
I know Superior Spider-Man wasn't Peter Parker. It was Dr. Octopus.
It was Dr. Octopus, Peter brain and Peter Parker's body.
Right. But this was still Tony Stark from a different dimension, right? Wasn't Superior Iron Man? I don't know. I never read it. I gotta get around to read it. But anyway, the outfit, the armor, and everything, the headband and everything, that looks like Superior Iron Man. So I'm voting on that.
Bad guy version of Iron Man. It is Tony Stark. I thought it was Tony Stark's brother.
No, it's Tony Stark. It's just a different Tony Stark. It's with one of the main, like, when they were doing the whole, like, let's destroy this universe type of thing. You know, the Illuminati. Mm-hmm. He was like one of the other ones. But I could see, like, with the Ultron bots and everything in the trailer, that's just makes more sense that Tony Stark would be on the Illuminati. And why not get, like, you know, Tom Cruise to do a cameo or somebody like that? That'd be cool.
Please don't. I don't want Tom Cruise anywhere near these movies.
You say that, man, but he was actually originally supposed to be casted as Tony Stark.
Yeah. I know.
They made the right decision.
Well, they made the best decision ever with not casting him.
That means they have to, like, he has to sit on a box around everybody and, like, talk about, you know, how you can be healed by a bag of snakes or something, you know, so I don't know.
But any other discussion about any of the other trailers and stuff?
Nope.
No.
All right.
9 issues.
9 issues. Thank you. I knew it was under 10.
Yeah.
Let's move on to, what did you watch this week, Mike?
Outside of the couple of things that I told you, I didn't really watch too much of anything because I've been full on music mode the last, like, week or two.
Right.
And I purposely skipped the Attack on Titans because I was tired of watching one episode at a time, man. I wanted to let them build up for a couple of weeks. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to hold out until the end. Maybe I'll hold out until the end because I was enjoying talking to you about it every 2 weeks as it was going. But I'm like, man, I just why don't I just wait? I'll just wait. And then when I go back, I'll watch the last episode that I watched again just to get back into the right frame of mind. And then just mow down the last 6 episodes or whatever I got left.
I got a funny story for you. So yeah. I was I bought this vanity from Lowe's and it came damaged and I had them return it and it was just been this big clusterfuck ever since because they brought it here. It was all fucked up. I told them they had to come back and get it and they're like, well, we'll be there next week. So the shit sat on my porch for a week. So that was fucking bullshit. Then they kept charging me and refunding me like over that whole week on my card. I kept seeing this fucking charge and I was like, what the fuck's going on? So then they wouldn't refund my money after they did pick it up for like 2 weeks. And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. So I finally called in and I said, hey, I need this fucking money refund. You guys you're fucking pulling my fucking dick around here too much. And she's like, well,
you say that.
No, I didn't say that, but they said, oh, we'll have someone from the store call you, and I was like, okay. So they called me and they straightened it out, and they said, well, we'll get it refunded. And then they didn't want to they didn't want to refund the delivery price. I'm like, fucking refund the delivery price because we're gonna have a fucking problem, because it's not my fault that you guys fucking brought it all fucking busted up. So they did that. So a day later, I got an email that says, your vanity is on the way with a tracking number. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And it was like, oh yeah, we're shipping you a brand new fucking vanity. I'm like, I don't want this. Yeah, they charged my card again.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So I called, and it was a different store. It wasn't from Reading. It was from another one that was outside of Reading, near Harrisburg, I think. Anyway, so I got this girl on the phone, because it was like about 8:30 at night when I got the email, and I called right away. And she's like, well, all right, hold on. She started like yelling, and I could hear her yelling in the back and stuff. And then she came back yelling at me. She's like, well, I don't understand what this is going on. She doesn't see it. I'm like, well, I'm like, it's not my fucking problem. I want you guys to fucking deliver something and then, waste your gas when I basically say I don't want the fucking thing, turn around and take it back. And she was getting mad, and she was just yelling. And I'm like, you know what? I said, she's like, well, you're just going to have to call. I'm like, I'm not going to call the other store. That's fucking your job. I think I've wasted way too much time on this. I said, what the fuck's your name, by the way? And she goes, Gabby.
Oh, man. She was an asshole. She was definitely an asshole.
She was a loud, yelling asshole named Gabby. I was like, I'm gonna like you either.
Yeah. He don't know they don't like you, but he knows that he don't like you.
I just thought it was really funny. That's what her name was.
That's what I was watching the Miss Marvel trailer, and the whole time I was hating on the kid, and just because she was about that age, that Gabby would be.
So you're taking a break from the Gabby show, and then
the Gabby show, and I know it's only going to get worse. I know that she's going to be responsible for more, because they're not like stop her importance.
There was the last episode that came Japanese episode 27.
Yeah,
a while ago, put a video in the trailer, this animation stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's like just animator. I don't know if you remember that or not. Did like a Spider-Man thing. He animated a fight scene.
Oh yes, I did. Yes.
Did you see that?
I remember the Spider-Man thing. I had to jog my memory for a minute.
Well, he actually got a job from Mappa to do like a down 15-second like animation scene with it, with Mikasa like fucking kicking ass, and it came out awesome. It's really good. It's like the highlight of the fucking episode. But keep an eye out for that on episode 27. Where'd you stop at? 20.
I'll tell you in a second. Let me go to last episode I watched was episode 20. Right now I got two. Right now I got two in the pipeline, and there will be by Sunday will be a third one. So I'll have 3 that'll be waiting for me. But I think I'm just gonna wait. I'm just gonna hold out. 26. Cool. You said it's going to 26.
No, it's 27 just came out last week.
Oh, okay. How far is it going?
I don't know. It looks like they're probably going to do another. See, where are they in the story? Probably another. They could probably do another 3-4. I bet.
Okay.
Maybe they're going to go
another 3-4 from where you're at.
Yeah, maybe they'll go to 30. I don't know if they announced it. Let me. Let me look at real quick to see if they did announce like the. Let's see.
I don't know if I can wait that long.
Let's see. Attack on Titan, 4th season. No, they just have 28 so far. I think they're not really saying. I don't think at this point they're just piecing it out. I started watching. I watched that. What was that? What was that one called? Was it Dancing Dragons or Floating Dragons or something? You told me to watch. Drifting Dragons. I didn't like it.
No,
I only watched a couple episodes. I turned it off. It reminded me of them like whaling, like they were whaling the dragons and eating them, and that's all it was. Like every episode was like, hey, let's find out how we can cook this dragon up differently and whale the dragon and kill it. I thought there was gonna be like a
whale the dragon
thing. Yeah, it was just like whaling, like anime version. Of whaling.
I liked it.
Wow. I watched In Search of Tomorrow. Did you guys hear that?
Never heard of it.
It's a documentary about the 80s science fiction and fantasy. It was really good. It's 5 hours long.
Oh my god!
It's
Is
good.
that the one Billy D. Williams is in it? The guy who played RoboCop and all those guys.
Yeah.
Are they all okay? Yeah, I saw that. I haven't seen it. I want to.
Yeah.
But I saw the ads for it. Okay.
Did you guys hear of the In Search of Darkness? Remember that one?
No.
Where they did all the horror movies, documentary on the horror movies. Same crew. They did a thing. It was really good.
What is that on? Like
Netflix?
Well, it was on Jetflix, but I don't know if it's on Netflix or not.
Oh,
What's it called again?
In Search of Tomorrow.
Search of Tomorrow.
Up tomorrow.
So it was really good right now.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, it was good. Like I said, it took me like 3-4 nights to watch it, but it was definitely worth it.
I'll Google it while we're here. Search. And I got
Bagel. I got nothing.
Oh, I started watching Venture Brothers for the first time.
You haven't watched that?
Oh wow. I haven't watched that in a while.
That's a classic, dude.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Venture.
Wait, what's a classic? Say again.
Venture Brothers.
Oh,
Venture Brothers.
Yeah, I haven't watched that in a while.
It's a complete spoof of Johnny Quest.
Yeah.
It's really funny.
Yeah.
It is.
It's really good.
Fucking hilarious.
I was
Are you done, Jed? I was going to jump in, but
Yeah, man, I'm done.
Okay. I went back and started rewatching movies that I haven't seen in a while. Like I watched 2001: Space Odyssey recently, and 2010 sequel, which is everyone says is better, but
Okay,
Roy
today's
Schneider
years old.
face. Okay.
They made a sequel to 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yeah. It's called 2010.
There's like
the year we made contact.
3 years they wrote.
Yeah.
There's a couple of you.
Yeah.
3 or 4.
So basically, the first one. Are you familiar with what it is or no?
I've seen 2001: Space Odyssey years ago. It's been a long time since I watched it.
So they go out. There's a monolith that shows up. It essentially is something like it could be God, it could be divine intervention, whatever.
Right.
And it shows up on the moon. Then it goes out to Jupiter. We send a ship out there. Ship goes out there. The computer kills the crew. The guy who survives turns off the computer, goes in the monolith. That's the movie. We don't know anything other than that, right? So 2010 is essentially just them going out to Jupiter to find out what happened. And Roy Schneider is the main character, and Helen Mirren's in it. If Levy was here, he'd be watching this movie like right now, because Helen Mirren plays a Soviet like captain, and she's hot, hot for the 80s, and so
80s.
You know what I'm talking about. She's still good looking, but anyways, like they bring the Cold War shit into the movie, and they go out, they find Discovery, they find how they reactivate them, they find out what happened. And then the monolith is out there, and the monolith is like, half the size of Jupiter. It's enormous, right? It's just hanging out there. And
I had to reset my internet, Jared, but did you mention that Helen Mirren's in it?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Helen Mirren. I said,
Russian.
Helen Mirren is a Soviet space captain. So, Levy would have a hard on the whole time, every scene that she's in.
Did Stanley Kubrick have anything to do with this sequel?
I'm sorry, say again?
No.
Stanley Kubrick had nothing to do with the sequel.
No.
The only thing he had to do with the sequel is that he actually talked to the director that did this one, and this was in that documentary that I just watched.
Yeah.
Search Tomorrow, and he was like, you do your own movie. He's like, make it yours. He's like, don't do anything that I've done.
Yeah.
Just do your own thing, and he did. And there was a big thing about Kubrick. Like there's I forget what they call it, but they do like this filler music when they're editing. That's not the actual composition, the composer that's going to do it. He did that, which he used like classical music in the first one, took it to the composer to do it. The composer came back with all the music, the score for the movie, and Kubrick was like, I don't like any of this. I'm just going to use the classic music instead. And the composer was like, what? Yep. He's like, yeah. He's like, go fog off. He's like, okay. Yeah.
But the movie essentially ends with Jupiter turning into a sun, and
fuck.
And Europa is a planet. It turns into a planet, and it has life on it.
And the aliens are basically like, you can have everything else, but not Europa. Stay the fuck away from it.
And the monolith uses Dave from the first movie. He's like a spirit essentially, and uses him as like a gateway to talk to the humans, and and they basically say, you can have whatever you want, but you can't land here. You can't, if you come here, have problems. So the monolith's like, fuck off if you come here. So
Roy Schneider was the captain, and then John Lithgow was
John Lithgow. Yep.
He's some of the scientists.
If you have HBO Max,
I do.
It's on there. So good.
It's just called 2010.
Yep. If you type in 2010, it'll pop up.
Okay.
And
check that out tomorrow.
It's a good 80s movie. You know.
Yeah.
Came out in 84. So yeah,
there was a big thing back in the day. They're like, oh, how did you guys make everything float? Like it was like there was no gravity and all this shit, and everyone was like amazed that they could have fucking things like floating in front of them and shit.
Yeah, there's some decent special effects in the movie. It's way better. I mean, 2001's good because it's Kubrick, but this movie's all right. It's good, but it's not as slow as 2001. It's a little, right. They get into the story, they get there, they go, they find out problems, and then they fix it. But yeah, I watched some of those movies again. I've been watching this show called Ghosts with my wife. Been watching that. It's a American show based off a British show. It's kind of like The Office was based on another version. You have a granddaughter of some lady who inherits an estate up in like upstate New York, and the house is haunted with these ghosts, and there are all these people who have died either on the property or in the house, or of either mysterious circumstances or just whatever, but they're stuck in the, I guess you would call it limbo, or they didn't pass on. Does that make sense? Yeah. So they're stuck in this house, and there's a wide variety of them, and no one can, they can't interact with humans, they can't touch anything. The only way they can interact is through this girl who inherits the place. She falls down the steps, hits her head, she can see the ghosts, and they can talk to her. They can't, but it's a comedy. There's a whole bunch of things that happen, like Thor's in it, not the Marvel character, but like the actual like Viking guy. His name was Thor. He died in upstate New York like 1,000 years ago, and he's there. There's an Indian, like a Native American guy, So he and they all like when they die, they're there. There's no like passing on, So, and then you have like whole other characters. Like you have a politician. He got caught. He died having sex with some chick. So he has like a suit jacket on. He has a shirt and tie, no pants, and his shoes on. And that's how he is for eternity. Then you have like
that's the dream.
Yeah, and then you have like a Boy Scout dead leader guy. He has an arrow through his neck. So he got, and they show like through each episode, they kind of like hint at how they died or the circumstances, either how they died or how they survived eternity until the present, And so there's like this old Victorian style lady. She's like the great grandmother of the girl who inherited the house. There's some old black lady. She's like a 20s flapper girl singer. Then you have a bunch of other characters. Some guy from Revolutionary Wars there. And they're all in the garb. They're all in their clothes of that period. So, but they're just like stuck in this house and they can't leave. There's like a perimeter they can't leave around the house or the property. So it's pretty funny. It's comedies on CBS. You can watch it on Paramount Plus or Amazon or whatever. Watching that. It's a neat little show. It's just something fun. Like at the end of the day, you just don't want to think about anything. Put that on. Cool. And I started watching Peacemaker. That was the last thing. I started that.
That's good.
That's so fucking good.
I watched the first episode last night, and I thought it was awesome. So
you'll never look at John Cena the same way again.
He's great as that character, dude. Like,
yeah.
I don't see anyone else playing that character.
No,
he's Peacemaker to a T.
The whole series was surprisingly good. Like I was not expecting to enjoy that series as much as I did.
Right.
Because it's hilarious. It's action packed. It's got heart to it. I mean, if you finish it up, it's gonna be, and the ending is just superb.
Yeah, I saw some like memes or pictures or spoilers, whatever you want to call it. So I kind of know like a couple scenes are coming, but I don't know anything other than that. So, but I'm thrilled to see was it T1000 Patrick Robert Patrick. He's in it as the dad. I think it's awesome. So
he does a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
He's not just his dad. He's also playing a DC supervillain.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
It's mild spoiler, but
that's okay.
What was the Red Dragon was the name of the character he plays, and he's just some southern neo-Nazi guy, and he just does a fucking amazing job.
Yeah, I like him.
He's a racist Iron Man, basically.
Yeah, I like him as an actor. He's pretty good. I liked him when he was in Sopranos, and I've been watching. Well, I haven't watched that recently, but I've been trying to rewatch it again. I watched it multiple times, but when he's the sporting goods store owner, and he gets involved with Tony, and he's gambling, and Tony's like, "Look, you don't want to do this," and then finally he just says, "Fuck it, let him go." And next thing you know, he's in debt to like Tony for like $80,000. He has to get rid of the store. The mob goes in there and they order everything, and they take him to the cleaners, and he loses everything, loses the college fund. It's just great.
Hi,
shit.
my name's Jed, and I've never watched a Soprano episode.
What?
Hi, my name is Josh, and I've never watched a Sopranos episode.
Neither have I.
Am I the only one? Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I always wanted to, but never did.
Okay, if you get HBO Max, it's on there. Start watching it.
Yeah, I just never got into mob movies or shows.
I love mob movies.
It's like they take everything from all these movies and they just make their own little world. James Gandolfini's the main character. It's one of the best shows on television, like drama-wise. There's violence in it, sex in it. It's everything in it. And it's mob-related. And he's trying to balance.
Never watched The Wire either. That's one of those shows I always wanted to do.
I heard that show's good. I never watched it though.
Aren't they supposed to be making like a pre-Sopranos where he's still a kid?
Yeah, it's supposed to be. Okay, so the Saints of New York came out, and that was Tony as a teenager. So they're going to make a series after that movie, so where he's becoming, Tony Soprano. He becomes that character, but it's leading into that. He's not going to be Tony right off the bat. He's going to be the Tony, the fuck up high school kid, and doesn't go to college, ends up walking down the same path of his father, and then slowly gets into organized crime. So.
Cool. I gotta watch that. I have that in my list.
Yeah, The Sopranos is so great because he's trying to balance two lives, and he's a bad guy ultimately, but he's trying to be a good person with his family, but at the same time he's fucking over you name it in the crime world. It's all about money and the family, the life, the mob, all that. So it's pretty good show. But that's all I've been watching. I barely watch TV, so.
Am I the only one that watched the Batman?
I've seen it. I've seen it. I saw it opening weekend.
I was gonna say, Jared, he bleeds the Batman movie.
This is a bit of nerd news and everything, but did you see that Matt Reeves released a 5-minute clip between Batman and a certain person?
Yes, I did.
Did you watch it?
I did. I thought it was better being a deleted scene than being in the movie. I agree.
Wholeheartedly agree.
I don't think it was necessary because you see that person's, or at least hear his voice, and you don't need to see him. He doesn't need to be front and center. You know what I mean?
No.
So,
do you guys care if we say who this person is? I mean, it's a big spoiler.
I'm not a fucking idiot, so I kind of figure out who it is.
Take a wild guess. Who's one of Batman's greatest arch villains? Take a shot.
Egghead.
There you go.
Wait,
Yeah.
Did you hear?
No.
Hold on, really quickly.
No.
Did you hear that Nicolas Cage wants to play Egghead?
I'd be okay with it if Matt Reeves is directing it. I'd be okay with it.
Anyway,
I know who it is.
It's Joker.
Mike, do you care?
No, I don't care.
Okay,
I just said it. It's Joker.
Mike, I got some real news for you.
What's that?
You ready for some? Heard a rumor that they're actually considering a second season of Moon Knight because it's been so good reviewed by critics.
It doesn't matter. It's just a show. It doesn't matter.
And that's not actually bullshit. That's
I'd rather see, and I'm not even hating on Moon Knight right now. I'd rather see a rated R Moon Knight movie versus a series.
probably a rated R Moon Knight movie before I get Virtus.
Yeah, you will. That's a fact. But I'm just saying, I'm not sitting here shitting on Moon Knight, but I'm just saying the content that is Moon Knight, he kills people, right? He's not Batman. He's not like he's going to hang him off
He is not Batman.
And leave him there. Yeah, what I'm getting at is when he confronts people, 9 times out of 10, they're dead, right? Right.
Yep.
So how are you going to translate that on Disney Plus? That's what I'm getting at.
A lot of people gave shit to Disney Plus for adding the Netflix Marvel stuff because of the violence and sex and everything in those.
Whatever. Fuck those people.
I'm probably going to go rewatch that because I haven't seen it since it came out, so I'm all on board with that.
Who are these people? Who are these people that are living in this weird fantasy world where there's no sex and violence? You know what I mean? Like, come on.
What do kids call these days? The SJWs?
It's just, but I mean, like, kids are growing up faster these days too. It's not like,
oh, fuck yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Our rules are weird. The way we do shit around here is weird.
Well, let's go back to the Batman real quick, just because we'll go into Moon Knight. But with the Batman, that movie, just from a cinematography point of view, it's like you're watching or reading a comic book, and the panels are on the screen in front of you. That's how I equate this movie. I'm not even going to talk about the script or the actors. Just the visuals of the movie are amazing. And you see that in a comic book. When you read a comic book, you'll see a panel. Maybe they're walking or they're doing something heroic, and it just travels across the pane. And then you're in the next pane, and he's doing. And now you see some faraway image. It's just the same thing in this movie. It's just so perfect.
I've been telling people,
Watchmen.
A little bit like the Watchmen, but not the. I mean.
See, here's the thing, though. The Watchmen was like almost panel for scene. It's like, who was it? Snyder that did Watchmen?
Yeah, Zack Snyder.
He had the book in his hand while he was shooting the movie and saying, "This needs to be here. This needs to look like this."
Yeah,
Batman. It just feels like you're watching a comic book because you have the voiceover. As Jared was saying, like the cinematography, like every shot looks like a panel from a comic book.
So not like Ang Lee's Hulk, right? Not that way.
Oh no! Oh man,
okay,
no! Like Robert Pattinson. I'm not spoiling anything, but Robert Pattinson, he's the narrator, and it's like you're inside Batman's head the whole time. Like he talks to you and tells you, and it feels like these are thoughts. And then the beginning, the end, and maybe little pieces, but that's it. Beginning and end. That's about it. But it's the mood.
Relating it to like Blade Runner's like narration and like
no,
not needing narration. Like it was better without it, type of thing.
I wouldn't say that it's the same as that. In the beginning of the movie, you hear it, and there's no dialogue going on. It's just him going, "This is what's going on." And at the end of the movie, and it's like an intro outro. That's all it is.
Gotcha.
So,
okay.
I will say it's probably one of the best comic book movies.
Yes. I hold it up there, in my opinion. Okay, and I'm a DC person. Okay, so Marvel is kind of like I'm still learning Marvel through watching movies and seeing things. But I hold Infinity War as one of the best comic book movies to date. Just Infinity War on its own, because they fail.
Yep.
That's why it's so good, because the heroes don't win. Heroes don't win in real life. So, but the Batman is in there with one of the best. I'm not going to rank them and say Batman, Infinity War, Ragnarok. Those movies are great. It's just they're all in the same breath. They're just great movies. But
cool.
But the Batman, I mean, even if you don't like Batman, you'll like Batman after watching this movie in some capacity. I'm not gonna say you're gonna go out and buy a bunch of action figures or anything, but I think it's going to be, I hope this movie is like what Michael Keaton's Batman movie was for me. When I was a kid, Michael Keaton's Batman movie was out, 2 years after I was born. So I watched that movie until the VHS stopped working. So
Yeah.
You know, I hope that this movie is that movie for the next generation of Batman fans going forward. But this movie is also going to make, you know, new shows on HBO Max based in this world. So that's going to be awesome.
Hey, Josh, did Levy give you weird news?
He did not give me weird news.
Okay, cool. Well, then we could skip that.
Yeah.
Mike, are you there on break?
He said something. He needed 5 minutes.
Yeah. I didn't know if he was back yet or not.
No, I don't think so. But I'm thrilled that the Batman was good, and I'm thrilled that at least they have a Batman going forward we can watch. But Warner Brothers needs to get their shit together when it comes to the collected world of Justice League. But we can talk about it another day. But that's how I feel.
I think they're better off. I think they're better off keeping it separated for now.
No.
When they try to put.
Yeah, I don't want to see Robert Pattinson with the Justice League. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I do want to see Superman and Green Lantern, and I want to see those guys working together in movies. I don't want to see all these standalone movies, and that's it.
I think they're better off doing like a. Josh, what was the name of that book that it was always two heroes together in DC? Brave and Bold.
Brave
and Bold. Yeah, that's what they should do.
I was
like
say World's Finest, but that's... Well, you can also do World's Finest.
That's Batman and Superman, right? World's Finest.
Yeah, same thing.
For the most part.
Bless you.
Bless you. Oh, he's sneezing again. Oh, man. I feel those sneezes over here.
Sorry. World's Finest wasn't always Batman, Superman.
Oh, wasn't?
You're thinking of Brave and the Bold, Jed.
Okay.
Brave and the Bold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow, Flash, and it was like two of them together. That's what they should do. Just do a pairing up of movies.
Well,
those seem their group.
But the Flash movie is going to have Michael Keaton and Ben Affleck in it, so you know. And I also heard a rumor that Christian Bale might show up in this movie.
Really interesting.
He's busy filming Thor 4.
Ben Affleck's dying. By the way, Batman's gone.
That's fine. Whatever. It doesn't matter because the events of the Flashpoint hopefully will correct that, and you'll get a different Batman at the end, according to the comics and all that. That's kind of what happens. Yeah, and I'm cool with that.
It's an easy way to reset. Yeah,
and I'm fine with that. I want that because Ben Affleck, he doesn't need to be Batman anymore. They can put someone else in there.
$10 will be Robert Pattinson.
I don't think so. I heard that this Batman is on his own world without Superman. So that's not going to... He's on his own little world. He's all by himself.
Money talks.
Of course, but I think they need to keep it separate for what they're trying to do with this new Batman world. So...
Yeah, why not?
But...
I saw, Josh, that was really cool. I haven't read it. I just only read a couple of pages of it. But the new Punisher book that came out, he's like in charge of the Hand, the whole fucking ninja crew. He's like the leader of the Hand, and he's just going around fucking killing people. That sounds awesome. So that I must read that.
Oh yeah, but they changed the skull on his chest. He doesn't use guns anymore.
Yeah, I saw that. It was like the whole sword thing. But still he's... I don't know. It's like it looked really good book. So
pick up the new Ghost Rider.
I did.
Actually, pretty good.
That was good too. Yep, that was a really good issue. The first one.
Yeah.
What else? I wasn't too impressed with the art, but the story was really good.
Yeah, the story was kind of cool.
Mikey, you back?
I'm back. Sorry, I just got back. I don't have that grandma boy set up like you got.
What?
I need the grandma's boy set up. Like, what's his face? The Matrix guy. I have this fucking shitty little chair. Like break time came and went, man. I needed to stand up for a minute.
We want to talk about shitty chairs?
We're ready for toy news.
Man.
Oh yeah. So let's see toy news. Yeah.
You missed it. We talked about the Batman without you, so you can't shit on it. So,
no, I I'm a Batman fan. I like Batman. I know. I think the Moon Knight thing is funny.
No, I know. How did it start?
It's funny.
How did that start exactly? I can't remember. Was it just some random thing, or was it on here and you and Levy started talking, and then I just took it on a whole nother level?
I thought it was in the chat.
You guys are fanatical about fucking Batman, so
I am.
Just get you guys going.
Yeah,
I'm gonna show you how it started.
No,
I'm gonna show you how it started. This is how. Oh shit! This is how it started.
Oh god, is it that one image? Oh no,
it's this one.
Are you putting it in trailers? I'm looking.
Yeah, in trailers.
Oh. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, I remember now.
Oh yeah, that one.
yeah.
So
call me when Moon Knight is the largest grossing movie worldwide, and then we'll talk. No, I'm kidding.
All right, let's see.
What news?
Yes, I'm grabbing this. Chosen Prime put up like all the slides, and we don't got to go through all of them, obviously, because like we don't give a shit about probably more than half of them. While we're looking for that, real quick, and this isn't in the TFCon slides, but the KO. You seen the KO commotion going on with this Cyclonus?
Oh my god!
Like I don't know. The arguments are so crazy. Everybody's crushing Fans Toys, for being mad about somebody KOing their product, which is them, quote unquote, ripping off a IP. But I don't know. I guess people are still not getting the difference between the IP doing a third party version of an existing IP and taking a 1-for-1 copy and making a KO out of it. But
yeah,
that's neither here nor there, I guess.
What side are you on?
What side am I on? Well,
you, like, Jed, what side do you take on this?
So let's put it in Chuck Norris terms. So
something we can relate to. Good.
Something we can relate to. So like, the whole idea of Chuck Norris, or like are you using Optimus Prime as the basis for a design for a shirt or Starscream, like the Starbucks Starscream thing or some shit like that. Like if you have a design or whatever, or an idea of something similar to what I got, that's one thing. But if I would go onto another site and see my actual design on that other site, that's where I would get pissed off.
Mm-hmm.
So I think Fans Toys has a reason to be pissed off about somebody KOing their. Anybody that gets KO'd has a reason to be pissed off at said company KOing their shit. If it's a 1-for-1, you know what I mean?
I completely agree. I am on the same side you are. I think Fans Toys has every right to be pissed and go after these people if they KO their shit, because it's their thing that people are stealing and selling cheaper. And I completely agree with Fans Toys.
I agree to an extent with Fans Toys, but if they're going to make this and it's going to be what, $80, $90, and they get pissed off about it, who cares? I mean, I'm going to buy 2 of them because I want to hang them in jet mode. But I get the whole thing. They should go after them. But they're existing in China where you can literally steal and make and reproduce anything. There's no law to stop it. You can do. Right. It's like the Wild West, essentially. So, I mean, should they be upset when I get the whole idea with they're taking ideas from Hasbro to Takara and making an individual mold that is not made yet, but they're technically taking an idea that isn't theirs to start with, but they're making their own thing out of it. Does that make sense? So, to me, it's like, yeah, you should be upset, but how upset can you really be that, they're just copying what you're already kind of creating, but copying it as well? Like, I don't see.
People are just upset. They're telling the distributors not to sell it because because they have clout and they're able to say, if you do this, then we will not do business with you anymore.
Yeah, and you know what? That they might be on the winning side of that, because who doesn't want to be able to sell their shit? They're the arguably the number one third party there is.
Yeah, but I mean, if it lowers the prices, you never know. I mean, that it could help us collectors at least for a little while.
Like the day or two after, they put a pre-order up for fucking Cyclonus again right away. If you guys know, saw that or not?
Oh, I know. But how much was it? Like in comparison, like
$220.
Wow.
Isn't that what he originally went for?
I believe so. Yeah.
I thought it was like 180, 190, but maybe that was just, I don't know.
There was a second reissue
still 200.
that came out, wasn't there? Or different colors?
Yeah, like movie colors.
Yeah, they had 2 different releases. Yeah,
metallic with the movie colors. Yeah. because like his like thighs were pink, that pinkish color that and then originally they were white.
Yeah,
and there was a few other like minor differences, but yeah, there was the metallic paint as well.
I mean, if I can get like the KO through some Asian person, Asian company, I'm gonna do it. I just want to have him in jet mode. It'd be hilarious. Like I have the whole fucking armada. So
what was
oh god,
what was Megatron's MP
36?
I got a KO of that. There was like 4 or 5 KOs of that from the MP36.
Yeah,
you didn't see anybody bitching about that. They were like, oh yeah, that KO.
Yeah.
They were complaining or Takara losing money.
Well, I think
Faz
some
Toys,
people probably
it's
were.
just when they complain about it. I mean, you didn't see if you go to like dealer and like, hey, you shouldn't be selling these third-party things. If you do, we won't give you. You're not going to see that. So, I mean, I think the best example that I said to you, Mike, was that it's not like Fans Toys is telling the distributor, well, if you sell this extra Transbot, version of the same character, we're not going to do business with you.
That's exactly right.
If you're going to sell this complete knockoff copy of our shit, then we won't do business with you. So I think that's the difference. They're not telling you can't sell another company's same character version. So
yeah, I agree.
I didn't even know the need was. I didn't know the need was this high for Fans Toy Cyclonus. I thought, how many reissues all the reissues and then plus the different paint scheme. I thought people would have at least got them by now, but I guess.
Well, I think there was just the one. The only reissue so far was the different paint scheme.
Ah, okay, that's right. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
got it. Okay.
I put a link to the Chosen Prime's cache of what do you call it? Yeah, TFCon picks. So I'm gonna kind of like fast forward through all like the bullshit that I know we don't care about and
hashtag sponsored.
What's that?
Hashtag sponsored.
Yep. Oh man, there's a lot of stuff at the beginning that we don't care about.
If you're gonna put anything else in, can you put in the on-air channel instead of the trailer channel? That way I can keep it just trailers, because I'm gonna delete the other stuff you have in here.
Okay. Holy shit, man. There's a lot of stuff here.
Yeah.
Iron Factory. Man, they're putting out a lot of shit. The one thing I thought looked really cool from Iron Factory, even though I'm not a Legends collector, is that Leo Kaiser. You saw that shit? Leo Kaiser looks good.
Yeah, I saw Leo Kaiser. See, the one thing I think is cool about Iron Factory is the samurai motif figures they're doing.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
They're cool.
Yeah, they're kind of cool.
I would love them in MP scale though.
Yeah.
Although, I mean, Legend scale is kind of cool, but I'm not a Legend scale collector, so.
I thought, let me see where we at here. On air. All right, I'm in the on air chat. Bingo Toys is putting out a Windblade.
Who's Bingo Toys?
Bingo Toys is the one that did that Bumblebee movie Shockwave.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
Banana Force.
I think I found it now.
Nah, Banana Force is the one that does the non-transforming shit. It did like was it an Armada Optimus Prime or a Cybertron Optimus Prime?
No, Banana Force. Didn't they do like the Purple Potato? Which was that Shockwave that transformed into the ship?
Nah, Purple Potato was Lemon Tree. They were Lemon Tree.
Lemon Tree. All right.
Yeah, Bingo Toys is new. They just did the Shockwave was their first one. So now they're doing this like MP scaled. I believe she's MP scaled. Yeah. Windblade. And this has my attention. This kind of has my attention because I want to get my hands on some MP scale like IDW characters. Like I would love an MP scale DJD, like a Drift, some of like the major characters that didn't exist in G1 would be kind of cool, and Windblade's one of them. So like I got the Fans Hobby Windblade, but like they did the car, did her as a car, but I would like a proper MP Windblade as well. But we'll see how that goes. Let's see what else they got in here. Planet X is doing that Leo Kaiser, but nobody here really collects that shit, so probably not worth talking about. Oh no, don't tell me you just froze.
I mean the Victory Leo?
Oh, what did I say? Leo Kaiser?
You said Leo Kaiser.
Yeah. Victory Leo, yes.
I think it's cool.
Yeah, it looks really cool. Like, it looks really cool, and it looks good with the Star Saber, like the combined jet mode and the robot mode for that matter. Looks pretty decent.
Is that IDW or is that just stylized?
IDW, as far as I know. Well, the Leo or Victory Leo was never in IDW comics, so but the Star Saber was a IDW style. So I guess this is just kind of like they're trying to make him in that same aesthetic. Like, you know, he's kind of looking G1, but he's definitely kind of got a little bit of a comic book stylization going on. But I was hoping that they, like, after they did the Grimlock's definitely like an MP scale, and all the rest of the shit was kind of chug scale. So I'm kind of wondering, like, what they like. I would like to see if they start doing some IDW MP shit. That would be all right, man.
Don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf. I don't need an IDW shelf.
Oh, it just keeps freezing every time I get to the. Is it freezing when you get past like the fans hobby shit?
No.
Damn it.
What about
God damn it?
What was your take on the whole Make Toys Seekers?
Man. Well, it's kind of like if this is their way of rounding up some money to continue on with some new stuff, I would love to see them back in the game as a company, but I don't really think that's what's happening. I think they got this mold.
Bobby said exactly.
I think they got
Bobby said same thing. That's I would agree with that. Let's get some scratch. Keep going.
But you think that's what they're doing, or do you think they're just like, fuck it, we got this mold, let's make let's go out in a blaze of glory and just make as much money off of this last mold that we made and then just call it a day? Like, what do you really think
anymore with company?
Yeah,
you know.
And the fucked up thing is, I'm in. Like, so if they do whatever color Rainmakers they do, I'm in. Like, I just want to replace all these MP11s. I want them out of here.
So let me ask you this, right?
Yeah.
What if Deformation Space starts doing that? Do you think that's like lessens, cheapens their credit, or do you think that's what they should do?
Deformation Space, I think that they could eventually do it, and they should eventually do it, but I don't want to see them get into the Storm Collectibles mode, because quite honestly, that's pissing me off now. You know, like the Seekers are the ninjas. Yeah. And it's like, yes, we completely understand. We're going to get a Starscream, Skywarp, and Thundercracker. We're going to get a Scorpion, Reptile, and Sub-Zero. Like, we completely understand that. Do we want a Rain and Ermac and, you know, Acid Rain and Sunstorm and this storm and that storm and Bitstream and all that shit? And you know, Noob Saibot, and yeah, of course, but like, give us the Katana and Melina in between. Give us like other shit in between. So I hope they don't make that mistake. I hope they, you know, sprinkle in other characters in between and then give us a Rainmaker or two, you know, give us a new character, like hopefully something that hasn't been done 4 times, 5 times already, and then give us the Hot Link and whatever, like, you know what I mean? Spread it out a little bit, dude. That's how you get collector fatigue, when you're just buying the same fucking mold over and over again. Like, I want something new to mess with, you know. Yeah, do I want to fill in the ranks a little bit? Sure, but like, I want to mess with a new mold, man. I want to see something new.
I think that's what they're doing with releasing their blaster. Is they're giving people a breather between Seekers.
Yeah, and I think it's a smart move.
Very smart.
You know, and blaster, they'll probably do a twin cast, I would imagine, but like, don't do it right away. Give us a third character, you know, give us a third mold. You did the Seeker, now you did the Boombox, now give us a third mold, and then, you know, go back and touch on some of that other shit, I guess.
Well, who could they make? Who would be the next mold?
Your guess is as good as mine there.
See what I mean? Springer. Like, what would they...
Well, they could. Springer.
Yeah. That one would come out before Virtus.
Or would they redo a character would they redo a character like that either has been done by another company, like Jazz, for example? You only have like Downbeat and what the other company?
Nah, you got a bunch of Jazzes, man. You got Downbeat, you got the Agent Meister. What was that? Transformer Rollout. Yeah. You got that Jazz. Well, you got Toy World Jazz. You got Fantoys coming out with a Jazz. Like, we got our Jazzes now. It's cool. Like, the only things left to do at this point. Well, I mean, you got a couple of your combiners you can still do.
Got one. I got it. Ready?
Yeah.
Deluxe
we're
Insecticons.
Ready. Yes.
There you go.
Yes.
There you
That's a
go.
great pick. Deluxe Insecticons. That's a great pick. That's one of a whirl and a roadbuster, you know? Yo, jump starters, man. Get like MP jump starters. There's still a little bit of, you know, meat on the bone, I guess. Like, smart. You're getting a little that's you're getting into fans hobby territory there. That's like oddball shit, you know?
Yeah, it's left field territory.
And then honestly, like, dude, are we seriously like 10 years in third party and Masterpiece third party like that, and we don't have a Alpha Trion, you know, or a Kranix and Arbalest, or you know, there's certain like a DevCon. Even though it was only 1 or 2 episodes, a DevCon it seems to be like real popular with the fans and shit like that. Like, you know, there's room to expand if you really want to make some shit that people want.
Yeah, I want like all the characters from War Dawn. That's what I want. I want Alpha Trion. I want
Dion, right?
Yeah, Dion, and then Orion Pax, and all of them. You know what I mean? Like all those miscellaneous characters.
Speaking of Dion, was there a third party Ironhide and Ratcheton?
Yeah, there was. Yeah,
was there?
TFC did Ironhide and a Ratchet, and
they were terrible from what I heard.
Yeah, and iGear did one, although they weren't Masterpiece scaled.
Those could use a third take on, right?
What, Ironhide and Ratchet?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they could, but the MPs are. I'm talking characters that we just have not seen yet.
Yeah.
Oh, I think.
And there aren't many
ones that haven't been done in a while. Like Soundwave wasn't done in a while, but Fans Toys came out with it.
I could see Ironhide and Ratchet getting some sort of update, I could see them getting an update, although I don't know that I'd be in on it because I really do like the MPs a lot. But
I just want a Heliox Maximus. That's what I want. That's that character that Hound protected, you know, for that 2-second thing to scare Megatron.
So, Jared, there's a outfit making that. And it's expensive. I actually already inquired about the price, and dude, they're amazing. They're like the size of the they might even be a little bit bigger than Toy World Constructor, and it's really, words can't really describe how cool it is. I'll have to dig some pictures up and stuff like that, but I found the dude that I think it's a team that makes them, but they're it's going to be pricey. You can get one, but it's going to be pricey.
Well, is it going to be? You think Fans Toys Fortress Maximus pricey? Or
No. I think he said it was like $550.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Are they 3D printing it, or how are they making it?
I'll have to find the link. I'll have to find the link and let you see it.
Okay, yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah.
I just want that. Like, even if it doesn't transform, like.
Well, it's not going to. Yeah, theirs don't either. It's just a giant robot.
There and laughs.
But it's really good though. Like the pictures that I did see, it had like an ab crunch, and it had like ankle tilts, and it had like Gatling guns behind the wrists or whatever. Like the hands would pop down and the Gatling guns would pop out and shit. And it was like really like extremely articulated for something as big as it was. But let's see. So next we got there's the Discord. Fans Toys Blaster.
Yep.
Motherfucker.
I'm getting DS bases there. I'm getting theirs.
Yeah, I'm getting theirs too. The one thing I will say though is that let me find this picture. Check this picture out. And this is sort of like really uncommon for a Fans Toys figure. That has really incredible articulation.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if there are any Fans Toys figures that could do exactly what that figure is doing.
Is the
what's so special about it? Isn't it just because the leg's going up above 180 degrees?
There's that. There's the ab crunch, double jointed elbows. Like it's got everything. You know what I mean? Like you could just by looking at that picture, you could see that it's got pretty much everything.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the knee and the waist and all that. Yeah, looks.
Was it Fans DS that had it where the head was looking like straight up, like 90 degrees?
That it could look straight up.
Yeah, he was like, there was a picture of him like he was like running, or like he had his like head was basically like straight. Like, was it? Is that 90 degrees? Yeah, 90 degrees up.
I think that was yes.
Okay.
Let me see if I can find one in. There we go. This one's actually digibashed. Oops. There he is in boombox mode.
Maybe I'll pull the trigger on the fan so as well. I don't know. I'm not thinking about it. Like I already have KFC. If I get DS, how many more do I need?
I see what I should do, and I already know this is how it's going to go down. DS is going to do a twin cast. Yep. I don't know that Fans Toys is going to. So like what my regular MO would be like get one and get the other for each character. So it's like my brain is telling me just cancel the DS one and get the Fans Toys blaster because DS is eventually going to do a twin cast, and then that way I'll have a different one. But I'll be a moron and I'll get the DS one, and then the Fans Toys one will come out, and then I'll play the waiting game, and then the DS will reveal their twin cast, and then I'll have to sell the original DS anyway. So it's like I should just cancel the damn thing.
I got the blaster and the twin cast. So
in KFCs, right? Yeah. Same here.
They're going to go right in boombox mode as soon as whatever the next one comes. Whether it's
you're going to put them in boombox mode.
Yep.
I'm going to put mine in a shipping box.
Well, I might do that too, depending on the price. But I don't know. I don't think there's going to be much of a demand for KFCs once these two come out.
Yeah.
So, what I paid for them.
The last thing of interest I saw, nobody gives a shit about Ramhorn and Steeljaw, right?
I do. I'm weird. Yes, I do.
That's great, but
I like the Fans Toys one. Sorry.
But it's not even like Oculamax is going to come out with theirs, and then they're going to be a thing of the past.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
All right, good. So check this other picture I put in here. So I guess this is them revealing that they're going to do Ultra Magnus.
Fuckers.
Yeah, I know, because the same. Yeah, it's
here's why I don't know if that's true. They've done this before, and they never released a figure.
Like
sometimes
what?
They did it with Devastator. They showed Devastator with Mega Supreme.
Well,
they showed Optimus Prime with people.
Did they do that, or did somebody like digibash that shit?
No, it was Fan Toys.
Was it?
Mm-hmm.
Still might happen.
Yeah, you're right. But I mean, if they do Ultra Magnus, great. But we'll see, I guess. But I don't know. I don't know if we need an Ultra Magnus if you're getting XTB's Ultra Magnus.
No, but we do need a Fans Toys Ultra Magnus if XTB does Delta Magnus.
Yeah, I have both.
Did Takara do Delta Magnus?
Yeah,
they did, but it's like it's that old, bulky, cartoon, stupid, MP version of it.
Yeah, I got it.
Yo, and speaking of MPs, Takara versus the other guy, I know I talked about this on the Reflector Files, but like I got to put a picture in here, man. Let me get this picture. Wait. Look at this thing.
I can only guess and assume it's going to be Moon Studios Radiotron.
Yeah. Are you kidding me right now? Dude, this is... If I was Takara's design team, I would be embarrassed.
I would too.
I really would. Like, and I usually 99% of the time, like when I see one version or the other, like this, the Perceptor thing, it's like, well, X-Transbots versus Fans Toys. Like, believe me, whatever one you picked, you got a good one, Like most of the time, it's like, if you like it, you win. But like, man, I don't know, man. This Trainbot set is so far. It's not even close. It's not even close between these two.
The arms look a little too long, but that's just a personal nitpick. But this thing looks thousands of times better than Takara's.
Yeah, it's outrageous, crazy.
Jed, what do you think about Radiotron?
You don't give a shit. You don't like Train.
It's a bunch of fucking bricks smushed together into a fucking combiner. I'm not a big fan of Trainbot or this character. So, but I will say it does look better than the official.
All right, here we'll give you something more of your alley.
The waist and the hips and the chest look better. I mean, just from that alone.
Exactly.
It's miles ahead.
And that's
miles away.
Okay, Kip. You started singing and I had a flashback to a large fan spinning and with the white light coming from it.
with the hair flipping in a breeze and shit. It's like, dude, I grew a 5 o'clock shadow in the last 10 seconds. Oh, what is it doing? Oh, there we go. I'm gonna rapid fire some Kang Toys shit at you guys. So that what I just put in there, that's the wolf feet. So it's got feet.
Wolf slippers.
Wolf slippers. Yeah. Yeah. So there's the wolves and the wolf in robot mode, and let me grab one of the wolf in foot mode. Imagine that's your job, dude. You're a foot
slippers.
But
wolf slippers.
And I'm out. I got out on these, but like I think it's kind of cool, man. Like that whole team would be cool looking. Like you got the original Predacon team plus an ape plus a crab plus a couple of wolves. That's just like it would be a pretty imposing like animal team.
Like
I think that is
Predacon basketball team.
Yeah, like you got like the starters and their backups. Where is this?
I may be back in on Kang Toys.
Oh my god! Did you sell your shit?
No, I haven't sold my shit yet.
Oh, but you broke the fucking dive bomb.
Yeah, I'm still waiting to hear from Brendan about that. But
didn't that happen like 6 months ago?
Yeah, it happened like summer of last year.
Jesus.
Did you not get it?
He hasn't got any replacement parts yet. I'll hit him up tomorrow. See if he's
my TSE replacement parts. Yeah, that's what I would do too. I would go right to the source.
Go to the designers' websites and just email them. The Zheng Xing. I don't even know how to fucking pronounce it.
Yeah,
and we knew you wouldn't.
No. I'll get it for you, Josh. Hold on.
Yeah, that's cool. But
so there's the Predaking mode right there.
It reminds me of a Bayformer a little bit.
I could see it like in the chest, like it's kind of well, it's because it's all in gray mode too.
Yeah, but all the little intricate pieces like that.
Yeah, it's cool looking. It's a little too much for me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Did you fucking say a Bayformer? Get the fuck out of the show.
No, I can honestly, objectively, I could agree with them there.
I'm not saying it because I hate it. I'm just saying it reminds me of a Bayformer.
Like this is like a Nitro Zeus, like where he's a Bayformer, but he's cool looking.
Yeah. Like if this was the Bayformers, I think it would have been better than what
this is how Kang.
Like I would
Kang
take this
like
over
a
what we got.
This is like a Nightverse Predaking. I mean, that's what I get it.
The lion, the whole design, they changed a little bit. I was reading some news on their site, but from like the original reveal that basically turned everybody off because it was two Zoids.
Oh, really?
They changed a lot of the design of it. Anyway, Josh, there's the links in the chat there. That's the designer site, and you can contact them through there. But yeah, there's like a news version and everything that talks about how they redid like a bunch of stuff on the lion mold.
They took the horn off.
Like the dagger that goes in the head, that's detachable. You can put that in like behind the head and stuff now. They redid like some of the feet, the way it's spaced and stuff. But there's a whole bunch of different design considerations they made with it. But
they're still keeping it Zoid looking.
Yeah, it's that's the look they're going with, you know. I mean, you can look at the wolves, you can see it from there. It's not blocky, it's like sharp, more like sharpy, you know, pointy than it is like round stuff. But the gorilla looks great. And
yeah, that's what's really.
What was it? Headstrong? Is that the last one? The other leg?
Yeah, Headstrong.
That looks really good too. But yeah, they definitely went the which character is it? Was it Leo Kaiser that has that same type of look? Is that
Victory Leo?
Victory Leo.
Yeah, same type of look that way. But the other thing too is I think if they're sticking to it, I know one of the wolves is supposed to come with of the remaining 2 or 3 figures. But anyway, Josh, go to that translate from Chinese and there's an email down at the bottom right there. Page.
Yeah, there was a group shot of them in their animal mode, and I'm looking at them like, God damn, that fucking group shot looks awesome.
Yeah, it's awesome. It looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm just like, oh.
Are you gonna fall down the X-Transbots fucking
NFT?
Devastator?
Yeah, are you NFTs? Talking? Which one of you talking to us?
All of you.
Yeah, I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in.
You fall, yeah. You guys are falling for the NFTs, huh?
Well, I'm
silly bastards.
I'm also looking at Vectron Lab too.
You know what? I saw the barrel leg, and that completely turned me off to it.
Well,
and they were a little too like bulky for my taste. Like this scrapper to me looks more in the spirit of the cartoon without looking too stupid cartoon accurate.
I'm just going to keep an eye on them for the price. If the price is right, I might grab them, but I don't really care for their combined mode.
The Vectron Lab or the X Transbots you're talking about right now?
Both of them. I mean, the Vectron Lab, I like their bot modes.
Yeah.
But I don't like their combined mode. So, but I can always have a set either in bot mode or in vehicle mode. So I'll be cool with that. So
right below the scrapper, I think this is an ingenious idea, man. So they're doing, what are they calling him? Dig Pig, and that's Scoop.
Yep.
And they're using it looks like they're using the scrapper mold to do that. And they could probably actually pull that off for that entire team. Because you got Mixmaster they could use for quick mix.
Yep.
And then the turning long haul into landfill, I think is going to be a little bit of a challenge because their molds are like their design is slightly different. So I'm not sure how much they're going to have to rework that, but I think that's a pretty cool idea to get that team that like only if they're doing the entire team.
I'm not familiar with that. Is that the G2 or is that
No, that's Target Master Junior.
Yep. Target Master Junior.
Those are the Autobot. He's on the Autobot team that is opposite Spinister's Decepticon team. Basically, Spinister was a Target Master Junior Decepticon.
Got it. I have no memory or any type of knowledge of those.
I actually had these toys when I was a kid because when I was born later than you guys, so by the time I was a kid, these were what was out. So
yeah. And they also got so it looks like you're gonna go into Throttlebot territory, which is cool because I have the Toy World ones, but they ain't really doing it anymore. So it's kind of cool that somebody's doing like an actual MP team.
Yep.
The Sprite Bots. Good deal. And their Nightbeat.
Anybody want to buy a Fans Hobby Nightbeat?
Yeah, you know what? I like this Nightbeat better than the.
Yeah.
You know what? I was all right with reusing the Minerva mold for Nightbeat, but they really needed to like do something with those legs and those arms because they made him so like. They made him way too feminine looking. Like he still had he still looked like a girl, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And it's just not, I don't know, it's just not how he looked. I don't want to be that guy. Oh, they recast him as a girl and you have a problem with it. Like, but he just didn't, like, I look at this Nightbeat and this looks like Nightbeat to me.
Yeah. What are you trying to say? You don't like Miss Marvel? Is that what you're trying to say?
I'm trying to say that they basically reused that mold for Ace Hitter and what do they call it, Red Buzzer they reused that mold and they made them the right way. So why would they make Nightbeat more like Minerva? It just didn't make a whole hell of a lot of sense.
Money.
So I'm glad they're doing a Nightbeat.
That's why.
Yeah. Hear me out. Fuck you.
That's basically why.
Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as like MPs go from things of interest from the third party panel. So we went over that. We went over the Cyclonus bullshit. Was there any other? Oh, Magneto. Mafex is doing a 90s Magneto. I don't know if anybody else here is in on that besides me.
Yeah, hate you guys.
Yep.
Love you and hate you at the same time.
Good job, Josh.
Yeah.
I got that Storm pre-ordered. I got Magneto pre-ordered. I need to go find me a Cyclops and a Gambit and a Wolverine.
Yep.
I fucking hate you guys.
That's what we're here. That's what we're here for.
The hardcore enablers.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I got. That's all I got for Toy News. Do we want to?
Yeah, I don't have anything else.
Want to move on to Q&A quick and call it a night?
Can you pull that up?
Yep, I'm going there right now.
Because my internet will break in two if I try to open a browser.
Don't worry, I got you.
Surprised I'm actually seeing images in the chat here. It's a good night, I guess. Don't want to push my luck. By the way,
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys read in the chat or not, but yeah, I might actually get high-speed internet in May.
I did see that. Yeah.
Oh,
It might be here in 2 months. Yeah.
Amazing.
They might be digging the lines. Yeah. All right.
What company is it?
Comcast.
Ooh, look at you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you guys have that Verizon ultra wide yet up there?
I have Verizon 4G. That's what I got.
You got 4G?
That's where my internet is. Verizon 4G.
Yeah, we got 5G down here though.
Well, whoop-dee fucking do.
Well, I went.
Well, that's kind of like just like, your opinion and everything.
Oh. Hey, man, it's like it's a private residence here, man. At least I'm fucking housebroken.
So we got two questions here.
I think we
first
already answered one of them.
First one is from Will Bell, regular listener. He says, "What is the best figure, either mainline or third party, for somebody new to the hobby collector?" Man, that's a tough question, but I've already seen that question earlier today, and I've thought of my answer, so I can go if nobody else wants to go.
I just want to know what
start out down the long fucking road or what?
Yeah, like what would you like if somebody was just getting into it? Like, where would you tell them to even start? And I would tell you,
talking MP.
Yeah.
We are talking Transformers.
Third party. Yeah, it doesn't really say MP, just a third party, mainline,
third party.
I would tell them
Soundwave
pack. Yeah, with the 4 or 5 cassettes. That's a fun.
That's a pretty good one. Yeah, that's a
fun pack to buy because you get the tapes and everything. You get a really good bot, and it's
the Hasbro MP13 one you're talking about.
Yes,
that came with it. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Oof.
I would tell them either Magic Square or Transform Elephant Optimus Prime. Because it's like you want to like kind of start out with an Optimus Prime, but it's not a ridiculously priced MP44 Optimus. So
I thought you were going to
No, I would say the Magic Square or the Transform Element one would be a good one to start somebody off with. That'd be my pick.
It's not an MP10?
Nah.
I think MP10
because MP10 it's almost like you're giving them I realized that was the game changer. That was the game changer, but it's not like the way things are going now. Like, yeah, they're getting into the game now. They're not getting into the game 10 years ago. So it's like, this is what's going on right now. And this is what will fit with right now.
Yeah. Give them something modern engineering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a KO MP44 would be good because you can get those for like $100. If you couldn't go with the third party angle, you want to go mainline, without spending $400 on a Optimus Prime.
But for someone just coming into the hobby, that could be a little intimidating, that transformation.
True, this is true.
Yeah,
but I mean, most MP transformations are advanced, anyways. If you look at it from third party, or even Sunstreaker. Sunstreaker is pretty complicated too, even though the engineering is pretty nice. But I mean, if you end up mainline, then you can go get a deluxe action figure and 5-7 steps, you're done. But I don't know. I guess if you're saying MP, like I said, a KO Prime, or I like Sunstreaker for some reason. That keeps sticking out in my head. I'm not a big Sunstreaker fan, but that figure was very good.
Yeah, that was a good figure.
And then Inferno, like that mold with Inferno and Hoist, they really compartmentalized a lot of shit there.
Are you guys taking a finances at all? Because stuff, it's probably going to be a little bit more expensive trying to find it.
That's why I said the Magic Square or the Transform Element instead of MP44. That's exactly why I said those two.
Well, how much is a Transform Element? It was like 150, 130.
It was like 120, wasn't it?
No, it was cheaper.
Because
it was cheaper than 130.
Was it? It was like 120, 130.
Yeah, the
what was
KO
his name?
is still cheaper than
OP Leader?
Yeah.
It was Hope Leader. I mean, I have them. I should know. But
which was the one? Transform Element was more expensive than the Magic Square. And then I remember the Magic Square came out with the metal, and that's the one I got. That was like $10 more, I think. it came out. And I thought it was like 110 or 120. I paid for that.
Well, showing here 150.
Is it? Well, now, but I mean, this was a couple of years ago.
2020 reissue 150.
I mean, Mike, you would know. You bought like 3 of them, didn't you?
Yeah, but I can't remember, man. That was a long time ago, and it probably was a little cheaper. They got like the dark one, like the death one, and the Nemesis one here for 140. But that doesn't mean that that's how much the original was. But I'm kind of thinking that it was probably a little cheaper.
I'm thinking 120.
Yeah, I can't even remember.
Even still, the KO MP44 is cheaper than that, if depending where you get it from. But I don't know. I think Sunstreaker and Inferno, those 2 figures, the way they were put together, engineering wise, like the whole ladder folds up.
The Inferno grapple mold was a really good mold, man, like and that was one that you could fuck with without really needing any kind of directions. Or anything.
Like that. Yeah, I love that figure. I don't know what it is. Like I'm not even big fans of them, but the figure itself is like perfect.
Yep, I agree.
I'm just staring at my figures now since we're talking about this.
Let's see. Yeah, you were right, Jed. We did actually answer the other question already.
Yeah.
Jonathan Oxton says, with the news that there may be a Fans Toys KO coming out, what are your thoughts on what this means for Fans Toys? I've heard they are threatening retailers to pull their product if they sell the KOs. Is that smart? What other legal ground does Fans Toys have, though? They are already walking the line of intellectual property as is. How do they threaten another company trying to KO them? Everybody is already on shaky ground legally. Yeah, I mean, I can't really. I mean, we kind of already talked about it, but we really can't comment on the entire legal aspect of it because there's no lawyer here. As far as like the laws, especially the laws of another country, like I don't know enough about that. I'm just thinking more when I answered that question before, I was thinking more from like a marketing standpoint. Like, does Fans Toys have the clout to be able to do something like that? And I don't know. I think they kind of do.
I got one word for you.
Yeah.
China. That's why all this is happening is they're in China. That's the only reason they can get away with all this, the bullying or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought you said China.
I thought he said China too. Yeah.
It is China.
China?
That's how fuckface Trump says it. He says China. So yeah. So that's exactly what it is, man.
Tell us how you voted in the election without telling us how you voted for in the election.
Hey, I just can't stand the guy. I just can't. It's not even a political thing. I just hate his face.
Yeah, he's great, man. He does gotta hate the face, man.
But that's the whole reason they're getting away with this shit. And yep,
China.
Go to China.
Oh man,
I know people in China. They're gonna help you out.
So
that's it for. Oh no, wait a second. Are there any shares anywhere? Hang on. Oh, there were. Nada. There are no other questions anywhere.
Yes. 11:59.
Yes. Yes, 11:59, right at the buzzer. At the buzzer. Listen, anybody got anything to add? You have about 45 seconds left. Get it out now.
Thank you for letting me come on as a special guest host.
Josh,
surprise, motherfucker.
Josh?
Yeah.
Joshua, thank you as well.
Are you sleeping?
Thanks for having me on. I didn't plug my YouTube thing because I'm taking a break from YouTube.
Yeah,
taking a break from toy reviews.
Cool.
Do it again when
I'm on hiatus.
Plenty of time to do comics now.
I'm on hiatus due to the move, so
yeah.
Josh has gone on sabbatical.
Yep. I'm just burnt out.
Tell you, man. Now's the time to do the comics
I'm not
reviews.
I'm done doing reviews. I'm done. I'm doing them for now.
Poking you. Comics. Poke.
All right. I'll do a comic book review when you get your motion comic going.
Hey.
The eventual stand of the wreckers.
You know what?
Eventual stand of the wreckers.
That's on my list as soon as I get some of this other shit done.
It's coming up next, guys. Going.
I got my mega MAME collection. Then I got this whole commercial video thing, and then right after that, that's the motion comic. Yep.
There we go.
It's
heard
not
it here
lie.
first.
Yep. Yeah, right. I will have my motion comic done before Virtus comes out.
It's gonna happen first. The motion comic, Virtus, or the squeeze.
That's all I got.
Shit.
That's
yeah. Well, on that note, thanks for coming on with us, Josh and Jarrett, and we'll see everybody in 2 weeks. Enough's enough. We're out.